Hello, everybody, and welcome to Empires of Arcadia. How are you guys doing on this lovely Wednesday afternoon?
I am great.
Hi.
Oh, good, good. Has anyone had anything interesting happen this week that they want to share with the class? Anyone got some show and tell?
I destroyed the entire holy nation and made like half of them my slaves in Kenshi. In Kenshi.
Wow.
Oh,
Wait, you actually, how many mods are you playing with that you're having trouble like feeding your people one day and then the next day you're defeating the entire holy nation? What all of you modded up here, Ziz?
No, I only have like 4 months. I don't actually have that many. Hold on, I can tell you exactly.
Well, the holy nation is supposed to be pretty hard to kill. These are like the super heavily armored guys, right?
Well,
Like,
okay, yeah, but I told you that I cheesed that a little bit by running in, grabbing the leader, making him follow me, and then having like 12 archers just like brrrr, pop, 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 pop. And then I have one guy just yoink him when he's down, put him over the shoulder, throw him in a cage, and then turn him into like the Shen Nation. It's great.
Nice.
Yeah. What mods do I have? I have burn your enemies alive, player slavery, moisture farming, which I don't use, so just thought I needed that. I thought it did something different. Cannibals expanded to make them harder. Let's talk, which is just making NPCs talk more, and biome expansion food, which I'm also not using.
Okay.
Does anybody else have anything for show and tell? Trump? Nope, no. Steven, anything for show and tell?
Not off the top of my head, no.
Perfect. Devin?
didn't you just have an interview?
Oh yeah, I talked to Linda yesterday. I guess that was
That
interesting.
was interesting. Actually, same shit for me. Very uneventful, mostly. Work. Yeah, I don't know.
Are you
You still
guys ready
playing
for your
PoE?
dungeon?
I'm playing a shitload of PoE.
Did
Yeah,
I
I'm
hear
working
you? Are you online right now? Did you just get like messaged like 5 minutes
Yeah,
ago?
yeah. I got I'm playing a Herald build right now, so I'm like I have to like get like 50x for it.
Yeah.
Still
right.
haven't died.
Well, where last our party left, you had discovered a stairway in the side of a
did?
mountain that
I think we
looks like
talked.
it had once upon a time been a floor, but now since the mountains have risen, it is now a wall. What did you say? What were we gonna
I think
say?
we talked about how we just wanted to go back to Yaka though and skip this whole place.
Fuck
remember?
you. We're going into the dungeon.
Meh.
Wait, do we
I
have
put
to?
too much work into this goddamn
Can we
dungeon
just
for you guys
leave?
to just baff off.
true.
Yes,
We could
you can
just
baff
leave
off
it.
if you want.
Yeah, you know, this
player
this
choice,
is,
right?
this feels a lot like our choice to just stick it to the man. You know,
No, because
Yeah,
do you
the
know?
real-
it's cool.
No, do
the
you know
real-
what? We actually like while there, technically we do have the choice to leave here, but if we do, we definitely run into 4 trolleroos.
it's not like the DM style is we will run this dungeon. It's just a question of when.
Yeah.
We might leave here.
What'll
then
happen
we
is
go-
we'll be walking through the forest and we'll fall through a trap door.
Yeah.
Crazy! I'm gonna be on basement 2 of the same dungeon that you ran from before. Yeah, except now you didn't read the inscription at the front that tells you how to survive the dungeon. So good luck. Yeah. All right. I'm ready to go in. I'm excited. So we were basically traveling outside of Yaka. This isn't like exactly the area that we were supposed to be in, right? We found like a deserted or rundown city, and then we heard that there's like a ruin here. Or we saw like a ruin that we could go into. We walked.
we
up
lost
the
our
steps.
map, right?
Yeah.
So we lost our map, and then we thought we were going one direction, but we went another direction, and we ended up here. And here and here is this big dungeon that.
Yeah, you're in the ruins of, what do we call it, Hearthhome? Yeah, you're in the old ruins of Hearthhome, and you have found on the mountainside wall a floor that looks like it was probably the floor of maybe a cathedral or a church or something like that. And stuck into the wall of this tiled mosaic floor is a staircase that goes down, but now down is like forward because the whole, building has been turned on its side.
Can I look at the stonework of the place and just like kind of get a? I think the way it works is you roll a. Actually, so that's not right. Sorry, this is the correct check, and then it's double the proficiency bonus because it's a history. So it's proficiency plus. So it's another 7, I guess, or something. Or yeah,
Your proficiency bonus is 3 at this point, so it'd be another 3, so you get a 23 on your history
23,
check.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is for stoneworking, right?
Yeah, to see the kind of craft or the civilization that made it. Any details of that? Yeah.
It's very old, and because of its age, it's completely falling apart. And because of its exposure to the weather, and clearly there's been some sort of earthquake that has just shattered the ground here. So the damage to it isn't really indicative of the quality of it. What you do see, though, is the mosaic work is actually quite nice. If you dig around or search around at the base of the mountain, you can find little bits of tile that have tumbled off the mountainside. You can see it's got like a nice thick layer of glazing on top. So it's got like really thick tile glazes, indicative of people who have had time and money to put into this process. Looks like it was probably pretty good quality once upon a time, but now it's old.
Race
our Roll20 is dark at the moment, right?
It should be dark at the moment,
Okay,
yes.
What race crafted it?
Ooh, judging by your knowledge of the area and the lore that your people told, this is probably some sort of ancient human settlement.
Okay.
It's possible that might have been overseen by other people or a mixed area, but usually dwarves don't make mosaics. That's not really their jam. They prefer to like carve and inlay.
Mm-hmm.
Is this technology that exists in this world? Glazing, painted glass?
Nope, not in Yaka anymore. Maybe the Elven lands could have something like that. You might have seen glass or glazed stone, but it's not something that your people would have. You are a fairly primitive group.
Oh, looks dangerous. We should go somewhere else. No, I'm kidding.
I'm glad you mentioned
T-Rexes that we hear.
One thing, I've lost too many people, and we are very close to Yaka. So if we are in a tight spot, we should definitely run, relax in Yaka, and then come back afterwards. I'm not losing anyone else.
That sounds like a good idea. It's nice to hear that you care so much about the party.
What do we think's even worth going in here for, Zai?
Well, what can I say? Artifacts of long lost time. This looks like a rich area. Perhaps there were some magical items here.
You know, maybe they have more axes inside. The only thing better than one axe is 2 axes.
Or an axe that shoots another axe.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
I can't believe we haven't done it yet.
This is why you're a master dwarf?
I just thought of it. When I get back to the city, that's the first thing I'm going to craft. How high is the entrance, Koibu?
Oh, maybe 150 feet up or something. Yeah, it's a ways up.
Is there any other way to get there?
So it looks like there are various like columns and pillars and parts of broken walls that jut out from this slope. So you could actually scale up to here without too much effort. It's also been like overgrown by jungle vines and plants. So while it's a couple hundred feet up, it doesn't look like it'd be too difficult to get to. It'd be a DC 13 athletics or acrobatics check to climb up here.
What about with rope?
If you can have someone climb up first and affix a rope and lower it down, then it would be like a DC 5 check or something.
Okay.
You'd be the first person to get up there and affix rope.
Just so I understand the stakes, it sounds really high. This DC check, is it possible to fail when you're like 120 feet up and then fall to your death?
Totally. Although if you failed at 120 feet, there'd probably be some sort of like dex save to catch yourself part way down. So it would probably be like 2 fails to fall all the way. 1 fail to screw everything up, 1 to see if you can recover from the screw up.
Couldn't we also do a system where we put hooks in the wall and set up a gradual rope that goes up so that we take less damage? Like we secure certain positions?
Certainly.
Like climbers do?
Yeah. If you really, really wanted to be careful, you could do something like that.
Well, the other advantage would be that if we need to go down and rest, because one of the big problems is we probably can't rest in the dungeon, so we could go back down, right, and set that up.
Mm-hmm. You'll need spikes, and you'll need climbing rope. Probably a couple hundred feet of rope, and you'll probably want to put spikes every 50 feet, so maybe, I don't know, 5 or 10 spikes just to be on the safe side in case you drop some or whatever.
Yeah, I glance up. Well, I have 50 feet of rope. How about you guys?
Shit, I don't
We
think
go
I
to
have
Yaka.
any.
I have no rope.
Who has the elven rope?
That's me. I have 50 feet of it.
It's only 50.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, actually, I have hemp and rope. I don't know how long it is.
I don't think I put
50
that on
feet.
my. We could go to Yaka and buy and get the spikes and the. It's fair. It's really nearby, right?
Yeah. Yaka's probably 2 or 3 days away. Unless you really want to walk slowly.
And they do.
So, party, are you going to explore the dungeon at Hearthhome, or are you going to go back to Yaka? Is anyone down on anything that recharges on a long rest?
I'm super ready to go.
I'm very ready.
We just took a long rest before we went out on this, so we're all maxed out. But
Yeah, I don't think that. I think you're all capable enough to climb these vines.
Did we stop by Yaka?
Not yet.
No, not yet.
We haven't. Okay.
it seems like we should stop by because we don't want to be in a situation where we're getting chased out of a dungeon, and then there's some huge bad thing. We can't climb back down, and we're dead. That was the Ankang situation, right? That's like how we all died.
There's literally no reason not to stop by Yaka. We can pick up some supplies, everything we need to explore this dungeon, and then we can come back. Yeah?
That sounds like a good idea.
Agreed.
You guys are killing me.
Not as much as falling from 120 feet will kill you.
You
I
know,
assure
you
you.
didn't
I mean,
you
we
just
carry
say...
with us the inspiration from the Yakan statues. We can get more rope to help. I'm sure we could probably use more torches. I'm sure there are more supplies. There's literally nothing to be gained from rushing this dungeon. I don't know why you'd be so foolhardy about it, Zai.
Well, it is a week detour. Literally a week.
Not many men on this island die of old age, Zai. Is this something you're seriously worried about?
Yes, you may be a half-elf, but we don't have all the time in the world.
Well, maybe by a show of hands. Is anybody here worried about expiration due to old age? Well, looks like we're headed back to Yaka.
Perhaps there are some developments there. We can talk to the consul.
All right. Someone give me a D20 for the day of movement.
I think Sai should do it.
I think Zai should do it. Zai, you should walk as slow as possible too,
God.
Just speed run us there. We can do it. That's good.
using stealth, of course. Even though we have it at disadvantage.
I'm making this roll under duress. All right.
All right, go ahead and move you 2
Thank you.
hexes.
Okay.
Oh my God, you're here. All right. No.
All right. You are moving through the jungle on this day, on your way to Yaka. Oh, this isn't even worth it. There's a battle. It's giant mosquitoes. You guys don't even want to play it out. It's not even a waste of. It's not even a good use of time.
Well,
You kill the giant mosquitoes.
we
Do we get
do we
XP?
experience.
It's not even worth it.
Well,
It's moving on.
Do you know?
Next day
Do you
of
know what
movement.
isn't worth it? Like scary dungeons don't sound that worth it too.
okay, now that's cool. Let's go. Speed run back to Yaka. What do we got?
Someone else give me another day of movement.
I'll do it. I'm ready. Look at that.
All
Seven.
right, and
Seven's
go
a
ahead
good
and move
number.
yourself 2 hexes. Or 1 if you want to be very slow. That's 3. Thank you very much. And last
You know,
person
it's
give
hard
me
to
a
see
D20.
right now. Okay.
And last person give me a D20. And don't fuck it up.
Rolling the dice is what it says. There you go.
Perfect. All right. You can make it to Yaka. As you come into the city, you see the savior statues. Everyone gains inspiration. And you see the great map engraved into the ground. You can see all of Arcadia over here. You can see the route that you have taken, which was Solvang down over and through this way.
Oh, good.
I don't know where
You
it was
beat us
that you
in
guys
wrong
were.
direction.
Yeah.
I mean, I was already inspired.
Well, if you weren't, take it now. You can see everything, and you can gather any supplies that you want. Furthermore, it might be nice to check in with the council or any of that gibberish, if you so desire.
Cool. Is there a road leading north? Being built?
There is a road leading north being built. At this moment, it's mostly just a swath of trees that have been chopped back and bushes that have been pulled out and ground that's been turned up.
What do we miss?
The actual road isn't there yet, but it's on its way. But here you are in Yaka. What would you like to do here, aside from take a long rest, which you can do easily?
We don't need to take a long rest, right? Because we already completely rested.
We just need to make sure we have supplies. All right. Well, you guys are gonna want plenty of torches, probably. Maybe some more rope. Maybe some rations in case we get stuck down there for a little bit. Anything else?
I want to talk to the council of yours.
I don't know how much they'd want to talk to a dwarf. No offense, but what do you want to say?
I think that the council would be tickled pink to talk to you.
Okay. To the council we go then, yeah?
Yes.
Excellent.
Costum,
to the council
I get to meet the council? This is great.
Yes, and you can show us your home also, Thorbjorn.
I can actually show you. I'm so excited.
You're from Yaka?
What?
You're from Yaka?
No.
Yeah.
I'm not from Yaka. I'm from Forfjord.
Is that the real place?
Yes, it's in Solvang. It was before. So, I did say that a wizard teleported me here, but do you want to know what happened?
Oh, that's what I'm asking.
Okay, well, so I was working for defending a wizard's home. He was a mighty wizard called Zar. And I saw a door, and it was like closed, but it was shimmering. And then I opened it, and it was the brightest light you've ever seen. And then somebody pushed me into it. And then I've been on this island since, for at least 2 years now. I'm not sure, but it's been a long time. Feels like forever. But yes, I'm from Fjord.
Good one.
And everybody speaks normal there, like me.
That sounds like a story that I would tell if I was making it up on the spot.
No, I've prepared this.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Give me 1 second.
All right. You guys make your way to the council. There is Didgeridoo, the head cleric of the council, who sees you guys as you are ascending the steps to the Great Pyramid in Yaka, and comes out and greets you with open arms, saying, "Hello, my friends, our brave rangers. It's been a long time since we've seen you. We were beginning to grow worried that you'd gone the same path as your predecessors."
It's okay. They have me defending them now. They'll be fine for forever.
Yes, sadly, you were right to be worried. Half of us have perished.
I was going to say, the two of these faces don't look particularly familiar.
That's
Hello
right.
there.
We welcome you to Thorbjorn.
Hello, that is me. Nice to meet you. I go up and shake his hand.
Far off lands. And this is Flintheart, a blue steel dwarf.
Aye, well met.
Look at his beard. Isn't it great?
It certainly is splendid, Master Dwarf.
Oh,
Welcome to Yaka, both of you.
thank you for having me. Now, what is it you've employed these gentlemen to do?
Unite the island under one flag.
Funny. I believe we're after the same thing. There's a certain armor a bit west of here that if we gather unites my people. And that's how I fell in with these guys.
It seems like we have the same aspirations then.
Same
Unity.
Aye. Any friend of the same goal is a friend of mine.
I'm friends with you. That's awesome.
Quite so. What's been happening in the town of Yaka of recent?
We had a pack of T-Rexes. These are usually solitary hunters. Maybe you'll run across a mated pair, but usually they run in ones. There were 4 together, moving as a herd. Most unusual. They tore out the walls with a a guile that suggested something else was behind them, trying to rip at the gate more than actually trying to kill people. I think someone out there is mind controlling them or enchanting them. I don't know exactly what it is or how it works, but something out there is controlling dinosaurs.
Maybe they're just becoming smarter and made like a dinosaur council?
That sounds terrifying. I ignore the barbarian's words. Do you have any need for us to garrison in Yaka?
No. The Guardians have taken it quite well and undercover. Greg, he points to one of the other council members, helps stave them off with sword and spell. Spear and spell.
Excellent. From what it sounds like, though, this won't be the last of your worries. They're just here to soften up our defenses.
Something else is coming, but there's no point in lollygagging around waiting for it to hit. We have plenty of strong defenders. It's your job to unite everyone else together. Deal with the greater problem while we hold back on the walls.
It so happens that we've do your people have any historians? Anything like that? We have found a place quite near here that appears to be some kind of old ruin, and within it, a dungeon about yay high, a couple 100 feet off the ground. Know ye anything of this?
I think something a little more descriptive than a dungeon yay high nearby.
The ruins of Hearthhome.
Ah, yes, Hearthhome, one of the great ancient cities of the Western Empire. Lost long, long ago. Its name barely remembered. They say the Western Empire stretched from Mount Sky Shroud, or somewhere around there, all the way to Bastion. Had 3 or 4 major cities. Only the ruins of 2 have been found. The Eastern Empire, based out of Necrot and Shelter Bay, and Ember's Keep, had a few towns. Both were destroyed when the mountains came, and the storms came and the mountains rose. Hearthhome was not the capital of the Western Empire. That was Acropolis, which hasn't been found. Or I don't know where it is. Hearthhome was... They say it was built on a hill near a river around a great and vast plain, which you can see it clearly isn't now. It's jungle and bamboo and mountains and valleys. I feel for the poor people who must have lived there on the day that the storms came and the mountains rose. As for what did you call it? A dungeon?
Yeah,
is
a dungeon. It's a very dwarven word.
He shrugs. Could be anything. Do you have any ideas?
Might you think it related to your recent problems?
I don't see a connection between the two yet, but perhaps the Master Dwarf could enlighten me.
Perhaps there's an evil necromancer that has taken up, and they've summoned a group of zombie dinosaurs to attack your town.
That sounds like an incredible adventure. I'm excited.
Dwarves have quite the sense of imagination, as you can see from one venturing out of his caves. We are making a lot of headway defending the dwarves.
I can't believe the shit I've seen up here. You know, they've got some fucking sand that moves itself, and some water that it moves itself. And I don't know how the fuck that works. And then there's the big things in the skies. And we weren't sure if I was going to melt, but it seems like I'm okay so far.
Yes, he's referring to Ayu, which is a good jumping off point. I noticed that you were starting construction of a road, which is excellent.
As requested.
If I may, after visiting Ayu, we have fine-tuned the plans such that we don't need that much road. So I believe what we only need to cover a few jungle miles. That would be the distance I point out on this big map, the Yaka to this Dwarven tunnel, and then the Dwarven tunnel to the other Dwarven tunnel. and then that's it.
Aye. Yes, that seems about. So you've managed to create a pathway from here to Ayu? Through the tunnels?
Yes.
Through the mountains?
We reopened the tunnels in the Worm Range.
My people are taking good care of it. Safe. Locked down.
And
Splendid.
Ayu is setting up a transportation method along the Lang River.
Wonderful. So Ayu has come into the fold then.
Yes.
We have not yet met a messenger or a diplomat from Ayu, or should we be expecting one?
Oops.
Wow, did we completely forget to get one?
Yeah.
We did, didn't we?
No, you haven't forgot to get one. You just got here before they did.
Oh, I see. Oh, okay. Yes, they'll be on their way shortly.
Splendid, splendid. And Master Dwarf, have your people come into the fold completely then?
That's a good question.
No.
Yeah.
The dwarves? No, not until we get the hammer, right? I think
I
we
don't
like work with them to build
so.
tunnels and stuff, but
Good cleric. I believe that we are awaiting the certain return of an artifact that belongs to us, and then we shall consider this request. And the good king has entrusted me to carry along with these adventurers to make sure that happens.
Excellent. Then it seems there are but 3 peoples left to bring together. The dwarves of the mountain ranges, the wizards of Riki, and the people of Ember Keep.
Eventually, we've got to think about doing something about those dwarves as well. Orcs, excuse me. Orcs.
I thought you had slain the orcs.
The leader, sure, but there's a bunch of random ones out there. Who knows what they're doing?
He shrugs it off like, whatever, I don't give a shit about random orcs.
And what about those prissy bitches? I could tell you some stories.
Now, we need not make enemies of the elves. They are generally a peaceful and quiet people.
Ha!
No need to interfere with them.
Furthermore,
Bunch of pansies, if you ask me.
Furthermore, these capable warriors are very interested in, once we have united the others of the island, in joining us on a kraken hunt.
You're thinking quite far ahead.
I really like
it.
fishing. That's going to be a really good time.
I am thinking far ahead because the time of this island, we need some people who can look to the future, past these grim times.
Those keepers couldn't hunt their way out of a fucking cloth bag, much less a fucking giant kraken. Leave it to the dwarves. That's what I say.
Then we shall rely on your dwarven might to slay the kraken.
Wait, weren't
But
you...
first things first. We must unite the disparate clans. Riki, Ember's Keep, and of course your people. Were you going to say something, stranger, from a strange
it's
land?
okay. Don't worry about it.
Well, please rest, relax, take a load off, gather any supplies you need, and if you have questions for me or any of the other council members, we will be around.
Oh, is there any bacon here?
Of course.
I love
Would you
bacon.
like some?
That's great. Yes, thank you.
Here, why don't I show you to the... what are they called? The woodsman. Seraphina shall lead you to where you can find the best bacon. And as he walks away, he starts discussing the different types of bacon you can get. There's like the domestically raised pigs here in the town. Then there's the wild boar bacon, which has a very different flavor. Some people like it more. And then the cuts of bacon. Do you like it thick? Do you like it thin? Do you like it Canadian? No one likes it
Koibu,
Canadian.
stop. I'm
you know?
finished already.
All right, one more thing. How is the travel path? How's the river between Yaka and Yuma faring these days? Is it safe?
We have sent a... We have... One of our other ranger parties has traversed the river and dealt with the outposts of lizard folk upon it. It should be relatively safe now. No more large towns or settlements or strongholds, but the occasional monsters, perhaps.
That is very good news. We're lucky that when the mountains rose and the other part,
Storms came.
And the storms came, that such convenient passages were created.
Well, they leave you to your business. So you can gather any supplies you need. What do you need?
I believe we need rope, torches,
Spikes.
I think it would be good to have some way to mark our progress. So, like, being able to, like, hammer a spike into the ground, attach a rope to it, and then use that as we move through the dungeon to keep track of where we've been and where we're going, I think is good.
You can get some chalk as well, if you would like. So ropes, pittons, spikes, chalk, torches.
Oh, chalk would
you can
actually
have
be
as
good for that, yeah.
much of it as you would like. Who would like to carry how much? Thorbjorn, you're the man with the strength,
I
right?
can carry a lot.
I'll carry chalk on me for sure.
Look at these arms.
So maybe not 6 of these. Maybe you can carry 3 sets of 50 feet of rope? 2 sets? Oh my god, you're not that strong.
These water skins, do we really need those?
No, not unless you're going to be traveling somewhere where there's not water, which isn't anywhere here in this jungle where it rains literally every day, or almost every day. And there's plenty of rivers and streams and pools.
But ditch the water
You also
skin.
probably don't need those 10 rations for the same reasons.
Ooh. Well, what if we
going
get
underground.
stuck in the dungeon?
That's true. Maybe 4 rations then? 8? 10 seems like overkill.
Yeah.
Can I add chalk to my sheet? Sorry.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna add chalk. How many spikes? How heavy are spikes?
Let's see. An iron spike is, I think, a ½ pound each.
Don't you just use
Yeah,
2
let me
while
just drag and
climbing?
drop.
You just do like this, and then that, and that, and then you fall, and then you're fine? Or like 3? I don't know anything about climbing. I'm just talking out of my ass.
Also, can't we use bone, which is just as effective and but lighter?
No, bone is not as effective as iron. You want metal spikes, yeah. One of the few things that can be forged in Yaka where they don't really have great blacksmiths are just like, here's some metal, let's pound it into a pointy thing. There you go.
Bones are quite brittle, aren't they? Unless they're treated with something special or whatever.
Yeah, bones are brittle as shit.
Really?
Try it right now.
I mean, old bones, yeah.
Break it. Put your arm on the desk and smack it as hard as you can.
Dried out bones, definitely not as strong as iron. How many iron spikes do you want, Flintheart?
How tall was it again?
A couple 100 feet, 200, 250, something like that.
Someone
It's
is
kinda
kind
hard
of
because
saying
the
1
mountain-
spike per 2 meters climb. We're gonna need a lot of spikes.
You're going to need more. You're not going to want 1 per 2 meters. That's like maybe modern stuff where you've got lighter weight spikes and higher safety standards.
That's true. We don't have safety standards.
There's no OSHA here.
Damn, dude, I can't carry shit.
Same. So
You're
whoever
encumbered, you're-
carrying these things,
I
it's
can carry
not-
15.
There you go.
Arcs, you guys got
Someone
the rope,
will
right?
also.
200 feet of rope.
Oh yeah. I can't carry much more. Someone else needs to carry the rope.
You have torches if you need it, or darkness impaired friends.
Don't you have light stones?
Yeah, I've got this. I actually, let's see, dwarf can see in the darkness. I'll hand Thorbjorn one of my.
And my axe glows
Light
as
stone.
well.
Oh yeah, you're fine. I don't. Keeping these.
Okay.
Oh, I will also
someone-
gift the Council of Yaka 1 lightstone. I don't know if they've ever seen something like this before. I gauge their reaction.
No, but they've heard of such things. They will prize it and look over it in detail. Particularly Selena, the leader of the craftsmen, is interested in this stone. They have plenty of things that they need to be building and tunnels that they dig underground and whatnot. And this lightstone will be absolutely precious for being able to work late into the night or in darkened spaces.
Yes, this is amazing. And if you wish to procure more, Solvang is handing these out and they're undervaluing them. So if you have any goods that you think Solvang might want, I'd be happy to trade them for more lightstones next time we're there.
Yes. Selena will bring you a small bag filled with 10 jade stones, and we'll ask you to bring back as many lightstones as you can carry.
Nice. And just so I get your opinion on it, since you probably are more well-versed on the value of these things, how many lightstones would you be happy with for these jade stones?
What do you mean? Like, what should the trade rate be?
Yes. What do you think?
She shrugs. We have gemstones and old coins piling up in a room that we have very little use for, so, whatever you can get. Not too particular.
Those pansy elves will give you anything if you just tell them a fucking story. We might get it for free.
Wait, goodness, I look at these. These are worthless? Could we get a dozen more?
Of the jade stones?
Yeah. The Yaka. The dwarves.
Certainly.
Don't the dwarves, can I look at those? Didn't the dwarves take those really serious? I would know this. Remember?
Yeah, those are really nice pieces of jade. I mean, they're not carved into a gem yet, but they could be carved into a faceted gem that would be wonderful. They're like raw jade stones. So to you, these people are just like, oh yeah, here's 10 pieces of jade. And oh yeah, sure, here's another 10, whatever, that's fine. They're treating this high value object like it has no value to them whatsoever.
Okay, but Flint knows that those are of quite a bit of value to the dwarves session, right?
They are valuable to the dwarves and probably to the elves, but to the humans of Yaka, it's useless. You can't eat it, you can't make anything out of it. It's just a piece of shit, right?
I'm gonna nudge Zaya and be like, "Aye, those are great value. Get as many as you can."
I look back. I know. Wait, how heavy are these 20 pieces of jade?
I would say each one weighs a fifth of a pound. So if you got 20 of them, it'll weigh 2 pounds.
It seems like a shame while we're on our journeys north all the time to not just bring as many as we can, since they're just piling up.
How many do we need? Well, they pile up, but if we're going to work with the dwarves, they'll be useful with them when we're allied with them, right? We wouldn't want to deplete future resources too soon.
Also,
while they're no value to us,
time like the present.
Out of character question, isn't Yaka already trading? There was some kind of beer deal with the dwarves that we did, wasn't there?
Yeah, there is a loose semblance of trade where you guys are going to bring in food from Bastion in exchange for beer, and that's been talked about and sort of set up, but it hasn't really come into practice yet.
Okay.
Yeah, and also you're not really often hanging out with the halflings and the dwarves. You kind of pass through areas, so you don't get up to date on all the actual happenings in the area. But that's a thing that is starting to go on.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And whenever the people of Yaka need metal weapons or metal armors, they'll use these stones to trade to the dwarves. But it's always take some of. It's like having a pile of broken glass, like a bag of broken glass. You're like, sure, have as much broken glass as you want. Yeah. So if you want, they'll give you 20 happily. Well, they'll feel a little bit more reserved about just handing out the rest of their loot, knowing that one day it'll be useful.
Okay, I'll just take the 20 for now.
Okay. Whoever, you're also gonna need a hammer to hammer in your pittance. So somebody.
I might have room for a hammer, right?
Yeah.
Is it true that I could only carry 90 with 18 strength? Seems odd.
You can carry 90 before being encumbered. Yeah.
What's the 5e encumbrance rules?
First level of encumbrance is -10 to your movement speed and disadvantage on ability strength and dex checks.
That's I basically can't even move, dude. I'm already movement impaired because I'm a dwarf.
Things are moving backwards.
Yeah.
If we just stack things on you.
Wait, oh my god, yeah, if you stack things enough to get your speed negative enough and then point in the opposite direction of where you want to go, could you hyperspeed behind yourself?
Yeah, but you'd be traveling back in time, so we go back to level 1.
Would you? It doesn't have to be back in time. It's just a direction in space, not a direction in time. Holy shit!
Space time is one thing. You would have to go backwards in time. You can't go backwards in space because that's always positive direction.
I don't think that's true.
Any distance traveled is positive direction.
That is not okay. From a physics point of view, that is wrong. You can have negative.
There's no such thing as negative distance.
There is a negative velocity. It doesn't have to be negative distance, but you can have pointed in a different direction and move backwards.
You don't have negative velocity. You have opposite velocities that subtract from your total velocity, but each side is positive.
I am almost 1,000,000% positive that velocity in the opposite direction would be called negative velocity.
Maybe colloquially, but the concept of negative velocity doesn't really make sense.
Get a wizard in here.
Dude, you guys are fucking really smart.
No.
I understand.
No, we're not. If we were smart, we would have been done with this conversation already.
Alright, do you have the 200 feet of rope on you, Thorbjorn?
I have 100 feet of rope on me.
Alright, get 100 more. And then we'll go.
And the Amma.
I cannot carry that much. It's very heavy. You know, maybe.
Or you carry 100 feet of rope. And a hammer.
I can only carry 100.
Well, you could carry more if you got rid of some other shit.
Wait, holy shit! Did you do this to my sheet, Koibu? Is chalk 5 pounds?
Nope, I did not do that to your sheet. I have no idea why you have 5 pounds of chalk on you.
Okay,
That's so much.
I'm gonna
you can
assume
have
it's
as
either...
much chalk as you want, basically. Like they'll give you a block, and you can carve out like half a pound, a full pound, whatever you need.
I'm gonna write 1 pound and assume that that's more chalk than I could ever use.
Yeah.
Wait, I can remove this great axe from my character sheet because the memer has that now.
The memer?
Yeah, you're the memer. So that means that I can carry more. How much is it?
Excellent. We're just gonna drop the great axe. A hammer.
Yep.
Here you go. That didn't go onto your sheet. Whose sheet did that go onto?
Me.
Onto Thorbjorn's sheet.
And
Right,
and I'm verifying that plate mail weighs 65 pounds.
Yep.
And it gets disadvantage on stealth. Why am I wearing this shit when you're just gonna breath weapon us anyway?
You built your character, not me.
Well, I built it for the.
It's for the high AC, right? It's the 21 AC that you want.
It doesn't do anything if the DM ignores it.
Technically, we should all just be monks.
Yeah, seriously, 4 monks. Stunning strike.
Yeah, literally though.
Okay, so you've got a hammer, you've got chalk, you've got 15 iron spikes, and you've got 150 feet of rope between you guys.
Pounds?
Yeah.
My dude.
You guys realize we came here for 200 feet of rope. Get the 200 feet, guys. I can't carry anything.
Also,
Wait, okay, how much does 200 feet of rope cost? Nobody can hold this? How much does it weigh?
10 pounds.
Oh, never mind. I can hold like 80 feet or whatever. What is it? Every 20 feet is a pound or something, or what is it?
50 feet is 10 pounds. So every 10 feet is every 5 feet is a pound. Is that right?
what?
That sounds pretty heavy.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's thick jungle braided rope, right? It's not nice, fancy nylon rope.
Why is shit so heavy?
Because it's shitty technology. Greater technology usually gives you better weights and balances and strengths of things. So it's just easier to use shit. Back in the olden days, everything was fucking, you had to do it the hard way.
How the fuck did we do
Crappy
anything?
way.
Dude, we could just.
Well, that's why it took 10,000 years to get from agriculture to the Industrial Revolution.
Because of fucking heavy rope? It all makes sense now.
Because it took him so long to understand the concept of negative velocity. I have 4 pounds on my sheet I can hold of rope. I just need to know how much rope it is.
I have 6 pounds I can hold.
Well, then between the two of us, we ought to be able to figure this out.
Wait, I can carry 4 more, I think, without being encumbered. 4 more.
Corn, didn't you get rid of your dragon scales?
No. I had
No?
16 pounds of dragon scales.
Okay.
Remember, I specifically said I'd take out half the dragon scales from my bag.
Okay.
Yeah, watch out. My character sheet is always correct. The only thing I'm waiting for right now is how much rope I can carry. I can hold 4 pounds of stuff right now before becoming encumbered, so I'm waiting to write it in.
That's 20 feet of rope.
Gotcha.
You also put my my sword twice on my sheet.
I put your sword on your sheet twice?
Yep.
Well, then let's get rid of one of them.
I already did. Well, I put it to
Okay.
0. I don't know how to get rid of it.
Oh, you've got Dwarven Forged Flame Tongue and Flame Tongue.
Yeah.
Got it.
And then
There you go.
a question on the tower shield. In
Mhm.
2E, that thing is fucking amazing, but in 5E, it's just a shitty shield, right?
It's just a shield, right? You just have a regular shield.
Do you want to?
I mean, you can call it a tower shield, but it's a shield.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna call it a tower shield. But do you want to like give it more than that, being that it's a tower shield? You want to do something to
I
it?
don't know how you got its weight down so low. How'd you get it to 2 pounds? And you also have that on here twice. You have 2 tower shields.
What? No, I don't.
You got a 3-pound tower shield and a 2-pound tower shield.
He's doing the Dark
Any
Souls
shield
build.
weighs 1 pound or 6 pounds for a regular shield.
Well, then it equals out to 1.
All right, I'm gonna get rid of one of these shields, increase the weight of the other one to a regular weight. You have a weightless crossbow and 1 bolt.
Listen, maybe
What happened to this?
Feels like when I
character sheet,
kill like
Rob?
a new player in RuneScape, they drop like 27 random items because they haven't discovered the bank yet. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, okay. You can remove the wait, okay. Wait. Do you want to rule on the tower shield? Do you feel like that should be
There's only 1 shield for 5th edition, and the game is highly balanced around that one concept. So if you want to like make a tower shield that gives you better AC, we should do that not right now, but in between sessions, and probably before your character was made.
cool? I'm gonna ignore the second part and talk to you about the first part offline. Yeah.
Awesome, love it.
Yeah, thanks. Good talk.
Good talk.
Well, I guess I'm not gonna use a crossbow because that puts me under encumbrance. Well,
I was
because the
just gonna
question is right
drop
now,
your spikes
if
down.
I'm using
There you
thanks. If I'm using the blue I'm using a tower shield that is 6 pounds, but I don't have any benefits using it.
You get +2 to your AC from using a shield.
But I would have +2 to using like a tiny shield. Is what I'm saying. That
The
being
regular shield weighs 6 pounds.
a regular shield weighs 6 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That's
fucks
pretty
my
light.
rogue up hard. Holy shit.
Are you shitting me?
I'm not shitting you. The Greek hoplite shields that they used to wield were like 16 pounds for like a Greek warrior back in the day. Shields are heavy.
What? How?
Yeah.
How? So everything in this world right now was like today was made like, and it's light but like were
What?
cups heavier?
What? What are you talking about? No, but if you want a shield that's going to protect you from someone trying to stab you with a spear, you don't want some like light piece of shit, right?
heavy
You
is
want
a
like a
light
nice. There's only 1 shield in 5e. It's
I want a
just a
light
shield.
shield.
Plastic hasn't been invented, and it probably wouldn't help you against the thrust of a Spartan warrior's spear point.
Yo, dude, imagine if we invent plastic. We'd be so rich.
A riot shield would definitely stop you from a spear. The SWAT.
I would just like to say that I think it's funny that we went from tower shields, which I think are 45 pounds, to saying that the 6-pound shield is too heavy.
Okay, you've got a hammer, 12 spikes, which should be more than enough. You've got 20 feet of rope on Corin. You've got 100 feet of rope on Thorbjorn. You've got 50 feet of rope on Zai.
Managed to make that
Not to be like
100
a-
feet.
not to be
And
like
I realized I have a cool item on my sheet. So while we're in the council chamber, I drop off the tapestry of Dullum that we got from Arun.
Ooh. Tell us again where you got this tapestry from.
I believe this was from the ruins of Sheng.
Mm-hmm. All right, drop that tapestry from your character sheet.
I think also, why are we ruling out the potential that there are other big drops that we might need spikes for inside of this dungeon? Anybody? Nope. Then we
You
might
can
need.
pick up the spikes after we're done.
So we're gonna scale down. Hold on, I'm just so I can understand how you're using these spikes. We spike the wall, rope there, crawl down, spike the wall, rope there to make it so you can safely go up and down. But as we come in, we're gonna remove them from behind us.
No, because
Well, that's what Zai just said. That's what
I mean,
Trump
when
just
we leave the dungeon.
yeah,
Or-
when we leave the dungeon, we
said. Oh
want,
no, but what I'm asking is it possible that we go into the dungeon and there are more like deep holes that we need to go up and down in that we should bring other spikes for, rather than just enough to get down the initial?
Oh, true.
we just use half the spikes on the way up and half the spikes on. We keep half the spikes, and then the other thing is like, we want to have the spikes up there so that we can leave quickly if we're getting screwed. That's the whole point.
Mhm.
Right?
Yep, that's a good point. We probably only need about what, like 5 on our way up?
Yeah.
Well, how deep was it initially? We didn't know. It went down an indeterminable length, or?
God, look at. I should take a more look at your character sheets. There's like no weights on any of your shits.
You look at mine. I have weights on my individual arrows. Okay, I have weighed everything.
Appreciate.
On my javelin that I never
have
use.
no weight.
D&D inventory management is
Wait,
like...
mine's fine, right?
These things, which I guessed were going to be 0.01 pounds, I just didn't even bother.
Oh wow, an
Dude,
infinite number.
Yeah, probably.
Medieval knowledge. Well, actually, iron arrows weighed 7 pounds each, and they 4-foot-tall archer men shot them 100 feet.
Yeah, they're 0.05 for an arrow.
They are. I have them demarcated. Is that correct? Or is that separating one thing
We
from
can just
another?
say marked.
Oh, set the boundaries up. Yeah, never mind. Okay.
Okay. Quiver also weighs like 2 pounds. It's fine. All right. You got some gear. Looks like Zai is going to have to drop some shit. Cool.
I'm gonna get rid of my javelin because I never ever use this, so I'm just gonna toss that. Did you say my quiver should weigh 2 pounds instead of 1 pound?
Ooh, maybe I got it wrong. I thought quivers were 2 pounds. Nope, you're right. They're 1 pound.
Okay,
My
cool.
mistake.
Inventory
As far as
management.
I even have 3 quivers so that I can have multiple arrows ready to go, so that I can use more than 20 in a single fight without having to reach into my pack quite a
Where are all 3 of your quivers located?
Like on the sides or whatever. Have you ever seen Attack on Titan? How they have like their things at their sides?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good answer.
Or you could just be like Legolas with like an infinity quiver. Just-
Yeah.
All right. Do we have all the gear that we need? Are we all geared up and ready to go?
Wait, let's
do you-
do like feet check. I have 100 feet of rope.
I should
I
have.
50 feet.
I have 30 now.
I have 2 feet that I hear.
Do we have torches? No, we have light stones. Yes.
Yeah, speaking
You
of
also have
torches,
torches.
you have one from me, right, Corn?
I do indeed have one. Not that I use it, but I do have one.
Why don't? Oh, right, you can see in the dark.
Because my eyes actually work in the dark. Silly human.
2 feet and 3 legs.
Thorbjorn, do you need all 10 of those torches?
Probably not.
That's a 50 feet of rope right there.
10 Oh, they
Yeah,
wait.
I can get rid of all the torches.
Yeah, why do you have 10 torches?
I just like seeing. All right, I'll do there.
We're past the age of torches. We have light stones.
Yeah.
Okay, I have 150 feet of rope now. You're welcome.
I love because Trump plays Age of Empires. He's past the age of torches.
True.
What age?
All
are
right.
Oh, and then the
150
last
feet
thing.
of rope on Thorbjorn. Yeah.
Spikes. How many spikes do we have?
I have 12 spikes.
We have
0.
12 spikes. Okay. The worst case scenario, falling damage is 1d6 for every 10 feet. Is that it?
Yes.
Okay. So we should be able to spike like every 20 feet and be okay. We don't need spikes every 5 fucking feet. Like if we put a spike 20 feet, worst case scenario, if we fall at that length or whatever, then like
You'll fall
like,
40 feet. You'll take 46 damage. It'll be average out to 14.
All I'm seeing in my head right now is that like one of us falls and Koibu makes this roll. We roll a crit fail. The spike is pulled out of the wall. We fall all the way down.
Crashes into your head.
And Koibu's just like, you die.
What?
Love it.
Isn't it not that though? Because if we fall that distance and we hit a spike, we just bungee jump, and we don't hit the ground, and that damage.
Well, your rope is not a bungee, right? So you'll come to a complete and sudden stop.
Yeah, why would
if
that
you
hurt
fall
you?
from a rope. Because imagine a rope being tied to your waist and then being thrown off a bridge, and you fall 20 feet.
Yeah.
And then you have like all of a sudden you have 20 feet worth of falling being applied to your waist.
that actually does no damage. I would like to say the documentary The Dark Knight Rises, when Bruce Wayne fails the jump out of the cave and he has the rope tied around him, he takes no damage when he fails his first jump out of the. I'm so sorry. I'm ready to go when you guys are.
The US.
I'm ready to go. I'm ready for this dungeon.
Cool. All right, the party is ready. Whatever supplies you have now is what you've got. Clearly, we're not making any more progress on the supplying. So, give me 3d20 to get back to Hearthhome. Zai.
Less damage.
Trusty Zai. Reliable Zai.
Here we go. Worth mentioning is that the last one is at we're taking advantage because it's only one space.
Okay, cool.
Also, everybody, remember to add inspiration to your sheets because we did see the statues coming in and out of Yaka, which I think
honestly, I feel so
Ooh.
inspired. You have no idea.
All right. And last thing, before you go, you're going to lose the world map again. It's going to go back to just the pinpoint system.
Okay.
Take a look at it, figure out where you're going to go after Hearthhome and how to get there.
You know, the gamer in me just wants to print screen so bad, dude.
Okay.
You could
pretty
do it.
straightforward. I'm just
No, I can't.
vocalizing. It's gonna
I'm
be
looking
straight
at
to the
Yaka.
right,
Yep.
and then to that right is Mount Skyshroud, where we'll go after that for Ember's Keep.
Perfect.
Yep.
Easy
right.
peasy.
Just right. Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. Why don't we take our first break right here? When we come back on the other side, we'll get to Hearthhome and maybe we'll do a dungeon today.
Sounds good. We're ready to go.
I'm so ready. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Empires of Arcadia. The party is moving through
I was gonna ask some more inventory management questions. Sorry to interrupt.
jungle. Flintheart, way out in front of everybody else, on his own, saying he wanted to take a look at something.
Hey,
Falls
just troll everyone.
No,
Did he
but for
too?
serious, you guys are moving through the jungle when Zai, you can hear this really low breathing. It's slow, and it's coming from this hill in front of you. I'm going to bring you to a map.
Sorry, I get like that sometimes. It's quite natural of dwarven men.
Somewhere in this clump over here, there is something large that breathes very slowly and deeply.
Is it like, do I think it's asleep?
Is it a
Zai is the one who will hear this stuff.
All right.
Y'all don't have high enough passive perceptions to use
I
it.
whisper, there's something big ahead. Let's just turn back, walk very slowly, and then get out of here.
Wait. I can control the dwarf, just FYI.
Ooh, you can control Flintheart?
Yeah.
Oh, for some reason he is controlled by all players. That's odd. There you go, Devin. Now you have autonomy.
Finally.
What do you think you hear ahead of you, Zai?
Some large beast. Come on, let's not bother with it.
You don't think it
Let's take
sounds like a
10-minute
good warm-up for a dungeon?
We'll just take a 10-minute detour.
It's
I'm
been a
off
while
for now.
since we've slain any creature.
We
You really want to run, Zai?
We quietly leave.
Let's see. Flintheart, since you are the person with the worst stealth in the party, would you make me a stealth check at disadvantage because you're moving quickly through the jungle?
Yes.
Yep. You guys begin to turn around. Flintheart's tower shield banging into his plate mail, his hammers and axes clattering at his sides.
Oh my!
Receive Flintheart.
That's when it breaks forth from the jungle.
We can-
And we can roll initiative.
Can we run?
Oh,
Well, the T-Rex is here, so if you want to run, you can try and run. All the party has to do is outrun the slowest member of the party. So,
How fast
Thorbjorn,
does T-Rex run?
probably
the slowest.
faster than anybody else. No, but Thorbjorn rolled initiative, and the T-Rex will go first, actually. So, let's start it
wait.
off.
Why
as
am I
it-
standing
yeah,
so far away from everyone?
Because everybody else started to walk away.
Because
and
you're the tank.
there. Everyone else moved themselves away from the monster, and you just kind of do. I'm looking at a different screen right now. Do.
But I have I'm trying to manage the stream at the same time and make sure it looks good for
Wow.
them.
There it is.
Oh,
Wow.
Sounds like somebody else's problem.
Oh,
Coming forward towards you is the T-Rex. It charges at you, and it will take a bite at you, Thorbjorn, with actually roll the attack. A 22 to hit. It takes you in its jaws. Ignore the second roll. And will start to thrash you about. Ignore the second roll of damage. That would have been if it was a crit. You will take 39 damage as it sinks its teeth into you and thrashes you. You are also grappled. Party's turn.
I have 38 lives left.
All right. Let's see. I direct the paladin. Hey, run up to the front left of it. That thing.
I cannot make the distance.
While they're trying to figure out what to do, I would like to take my arrows out. I would like to aim right at its snout in an attempt to knock my party member free. My battle master has a disarming attack. I should be able to make a shot and try to disarm him of the character that he's currently holding. Do you think that's okay?
I love it. I love it.
All right. I'm taking 2 shots using my elven arrows and make sure I'm using the correct things. 19 to hit and a 13 to hit.
They will both hit.
All right.
T-Rexes are large. They are dangerous, but they're not particularly well armored.
And then 2d8 to add my disarms.
So that's the minus 16. This is the minus 8. And that's 2 strength saves, right?
For a disarming attack, that is correct. The target must make a strength saving throw.
Here's the first one is a failure. And the second one would be a failure too, but it doesn't really matter because you drop him out of the mouth on the first one. Roll me 1d6 for Thorbjorn's falling damage as he drops from the T-Rex's mouth. 6 points of damage. You land on a log on your back. You can feel it cracking all over the place. Feels kind of good, kind of bad. But you are free from the T-Rex.
Just because we're doing it, I'm going to pop my action surge and I'm going to fire 2 more shots at this guy as well.
Nice.
2 more shots.
Hit and hit.
And then I'm going to add
22.
Today, can I trip him or no?
8.
Is it a huge
I think it
creature?
can only be. It's a huge creature. Yeah.
Okay, then no, I can't. All right, then just disarming. 8 more damage at it as well.
All done. Zai, you run up behind the beast using almost all of your movement. All of your movement, it looks like, actually.
That's right. That's all of it. And after I glance expectantly because I think someone was running alongside me.
Well, I can only get 25 feet there.
Cool. Maybe you should use the double move.
Then I can't do anything else.
All right. What can you do after moving?
I can shoot with a crossbow.
Just double move, buddy.
All right, buddy. I duck.
Oh,
Double move where?
So that you flank it. The other
Be your
side.
own person, Flintheart. Don't listen to this monk.
Yeah. He gave me control over my own character. He said I have anomaly now. Okay.
Okay.
Anomaly?
Yeah.
I run straight to the back of this.
I'm a
beast.
Valorant streamer.
I'm hitting that really weak spot between its puny legs and its body to try to stun it.
Yes.
2 quarterstaff hits.
Sure enough, the largest testicles you've ever seen hang before your face.
Yes, I'm aiming right there. Go ahead and roll con saves for stunning strikes.
Oh god, that's gonna stun if it doesn't. If it works. Yeah, the T-Rex is stunned by the blow to the balls. He roars, waffles about in pain and suffering.
Great. And here's 2 unarmed strikes to go with it. And pow pow.
Alright, minus 13 more. Thorbjorn, you're the only one not to have acted yet. You've just been dropped by a dinosaur. You are prone on your back. You get to your feet, you swing your axe, you hit him twice for 25 points of damage. That is nice. The T-Rex would take its turn, but it is stunned, and the party goes around again. Can you do enough damage to kill it before it gets to act again?
Is that damage on his axe correct? Because
That's correct.
No. D16 plus 4? Yeah, that's correct.
all right.
I did 19.
Thorbjorn hits him again for 19. Flintheart will hit him twice. You make 2 attacks for also 19. No, Zai hits him for 19.
Wait,
okay, cool. You guys killed him.
Did I crit?
You did crit, which is why you did 9 plus 15.
That's so cool.
So the T-Rex is bald, and then the party just unloads everything and hacks it to death.
Wait, what is
and
him?
it keels over. Dies.
All people.
Okay, I walk forward, pick up my arrows. Oh, let's continue. No need to waste time here.
Isn't your Ford like half dead?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, luckily, you will get a short rest tonight.
Yep.
Let's see. You should be about here because it was the second day that you had your monster encounter. Everyone can get a short rest. You can expend hit die as needed. And the next day, Thorbjorn, expend your hit die.
I am. It's like very slow at loading. I don't want to like spam click it.
I understand. The next day, you will arrive in Hearthhome.
Let's see, how much is that?
Back at full HP. No one used any critical resources. Zai, you get all your key back on a short rest?
Yep.
Okay.
So wait, I have a question. If I use all 6, I should have 1 left, right? Because we regen 1.
You regen and then you use.
Oh,
so
okay.
if you start with
Never
6, yeah. 4, 5, 6. Okay, so you're down to 0.
Yeah.
Love it. You find yourself back in Hearthhome. The ruins of the city stretch around you and are hidden by all sorts of jungleness. On the north side of the mountains, you can see that same floor pattern, obscured slightly by crawling jungle. You are ready with rope, pittons, hammers, chalk, and I do believe it is time for you to scale the mountain. So who is going first and making a secure path for others to follow?
Wait, was this the mountain that we'd previously climbed up to see the entrance?
We haven't.
You have never actually gotten to the entrance before.
Oh, okay.
Is this athletics?
I'll volunteer to go first. I can do this acrobatics.
Athletics or acrobatics check.
7.
Whoever is going will need to carry the rope and the pittons and the hammer.
If you want to do it, you can.
Is 7 higher than anyone else?
Nope, I have an 8 in acrobatics. But if you really want to, if you want to demonstrate your value to the party, maybe this is the time for you to step up and do it.
I will do it.
Okay.
Corn reaches over and I tap Zai real quick. Zai, I don't know. It's been a week. You think it's still up there?
I am keeping an eye out. Did you see something last week?
See something what? Last week? Oh, no, I'm just like, is it still there? It's been a week. You were so worried that it's been a week of travel time.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the monster in the vines.
No.
Yeah.
Sorry.
All right.
You know,
Thorbjorn,
that week could cost Yaka an attack.
Well, good thing we're not in Yaka then, I suppose.
Uh-huh.
Do I just roll athletics?
Well, if you are going to grab the pittons and the hammer, you will then be encumbered, and you will actually you do not have penalties on checks until you're heavily encumbered, so it's fine. You can gather the hammers, the pittons, all the things, and give me that DC 13 athletics check to scale walls. You fall.
Sweet. Oh my god.
You do terribly. You rolled a 2? You rolled a 2.
Nice.
You start climbing up the wall. You said you were going to put in pittons every... Well, how many feet was it? 20?
Yeah.
I think 25, because it's 150.
Wait, so the real question here is, does he have to roll every 20 feet?
No, I was going to make him do 1 DC 13 athletics check to just get to the top. And so if he's putting in pittons every 20 feet, then give me a D40 to see how far you are above your last pitton before you fall.
A D40?
Yeah.
It says rolling the dice. Oh.
What's that?
5. So you were 5 feet above. So you put in a pitton, you start to climb, and then everything slips, and you like fall 5 feet. And you're okay.
Huh.
And we use a D40 because if you're 20 feet up and then you fall, then you go 20 feet below the last pitton, which would be a height of 40 feet.
Oh, math.
Yeah.
Corn kind of walks over to Thorbjorn. You want me to give this a shot, extra dimensional man?
Yeah, you can try as well. I'm not very good at this, it seems. But I tried really hard.
Yeah, Thorbjorn can lower himself down, leaving the ropes in place.
I lay a hand on Corn. You should let me take it. I don't take much damage if I fall.
Yeah, well, you know, if I thought I was going to fall, I'd be concerned about that. Corn begins to climb.
Not a problem. You lay ropes and pittons all the way up to the top of this, entrance, and what you see is a spiral staircase on its side, which to traverse is more like walking up and down something, because you'd step over your section of staircase and then maybe over to the side and over and up. It's a weird path leading deep into the mountainside. And
we don't enter it yet, right? We're just building the rope to get up to that entrance?
Right. You're the one at the staircase.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll wait here.
Sure.
Everybody else make me a DC 5 check.
Yeah.
Easy.
10.
Easy. You can do it, Flintheart.
It's literally impossible,
Easy.
I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because if he rolls a natural 1, he'd still get an 8, right? Unless you make him fall on a nat 1. So...
You're still going to fail on a nat 1. Yeah.
Wow, okay.
Wait.
Okay.
Shadowrun thing of crit fails?
Excuse me?
The Shadowrun thing where if you roll a 1, you get like some terrible thing happens.
Oh, no, just 1 is always a failure.
Really?
That's all. A natural 1? Yeah. If you have to make a roll, basically in all situations, a 1 is a failure. There might be a few exceptions to the rule, but, 99% of the time.
Is that in the book?
Yeah, I wouldn't ask anyone to make a check while eating unless it was in a really, really weird situation. Like you're eating in space for the first time and you just kind of forget that the food floats away.
I love how you actually found the scenario that fast.
Yeah. Okay, so here you are up on the mountainside. There is a spiral staircase that runs forward into the mountainside. You guys are perched on some nearby broken walls, hanging on ropes, holding in a precarious place. Someone has to be the first person in here. Who's going to be the first one in?
I don't understand how this works.
So imagine a dungeon or like a floor, right? And there's a spiral staircase that would go down normally to something below.
Okay.
Now take that entire thing and turn it 90 degrees. So what once was a spiral staircase going down is now a spiral staircase going forward, right? And so whatever used to be to the left and right, front and back on the dungeon floor is now going to be up and down, front and back. And whatever was the height of the dungeon floor is now the width of the dungeon floor.
What the fuck?
You've take a building and turn it on its side.
Okay.
So the wall is now the ground.
The wall is now the ground.
The stairs. So like we have to go over like a little hurdle, and that's going to be like the width of the stairs that we're going down. And then the stairs will be to the left of us, and then above us, and then to the right of us, and then they'll be in front of us. We have to step over the stairs again, and then they'll go like to the left, above, right, like a spiral staircase, except we're walking like horizontally through it instead of vertically up
Where's
and down.
the ground?
Well, the ground is what was the wall, right?
Are we on the ground?
Well, the entire building is shifted. It's like fallen over.
So we're on the wall.
Yeah, well, because it's fallen over. I mean, wall and ground, they're
But
the
the
same
ground's
thing.
still not. The ground's not below us.
Well, it depends on what you call the ground. The ground is below us because anything below you is the ground, but the floor is in front of us because it's the wall now.
Yes.
Oh, but the ground is both below us and beside us.
What are you defining as the
Incredible.
ground? The definition of ground has changed. Just turn your house on its side, Devin. Just turn your whole building on its side and walk along the walls, which are now the ground. Imagine if that wall behind you was all of a sudden the floor, like your whole house shifted, and that wall is the floor. And now what you are currently sitting on would be the wall to your right side.
Why did even saying that then? Because then the wall just is the ground. You could have just said the wall is the ground.
Well, he kind of did, didn't he?
I did.
Yeah, dude, you could have just said that.
True, you could have, Koibu. You did fuck that up really hard.
I kind of fucked up.
What's up?
Come on, Koibu.
All right.
Can we? Who's? All right.
Who's the
man.
first person in?
I think
knew
it should be the dwarf. He clearly knows this terrain the best.
You've lived your whole life underground. I'm sure you've seen formations stranger than this. We'll be right behind you.
Oh yes, I know completely what's going on here. Totally understand. We just put our foot on the wall ground here.
But for realsies, who's the first person in?
I am.
It should be the dwarf, yeah.
It's me.
Okay, cool. Flintheart, you walk up and over this spiral staircase until you reach the point where it opens up on the ground. And it's going to be a little bit awkward because it's going to open up on the wall, the floor that you're walking on is now the doorway down.
Yeah, whatever, dude. I get it. All right.
You lean over and you can take a look down in here, and you can see that it's actually like a 20-foot drop down to the new floor below you. I'm going to show you what we're talking about here, and you're going to be able to see. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Flintheart. You can see now, right?
No.
Nope.
Flintheart should be the only one to be able to see. Maybe you're not in the right spot.
Yaka in black.
Sorry, I'm on the wrong map. Here you go. You should be able to see now, Flintheart.
I see everything.
Everything.
Okay. Flintheart should be the only one to see. So you are now looking from a platformer point of view. Okay.
Yep.
This right here is your floor. This would be a wall, a height to you, and then this would be over on the floor still.
Oh, okay.
Does that make sense?
God, we have made a terrible choice.
Kind of. Okay. So right now you're on a stairwell. You're actually on this section of the stairwell. And if you were to, you're leaning out and looking over, and it would be a 20-foot drop to the ground below from where you are presently.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So you're the first one in. You're looking down. You can see this. What do you want to do?
So we're on a staircase on the ground, looking at the ground on the wall.
You're at a staircase on a wall.
On a staircase on a wall, looking at the ground from the ground.
Koibu's crossing this off his list of things, of concepts ever to explore again in D&D.
Wait, Devin,
in a sideways dungeon, and it's beautiful.
Let me sidetrack. Devin, haven't you played Diablo 2 before?
Yes. A ton. So much.
There was the level with the laboratory that was like flying in space. Don't you remember that?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Exactly the same thing. Like the walls and the floor are a bit different.
Oh, yeah, it makes perfect sense. Okay, then we just put spikes on the wall leading down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're gonna hammer a spike in somewhere, and
yeah.
Okay. And then what? Where, as you can see, like the ground is here and here, but then this is just going to be a pit. What once was a corridor is now who knows how far down that drops. So do you want to spike your way to the left side or to the right side?
We want to spike yeah. Because if it's the way that Trump just said it works, we want to spike like here, and that gives us access to this whole area, correct?
Sure. You want to go this way?
Wouldn't that give us access to this and this and this?
I don't know what that means by give us access.
If we go here, could we then walk here?
You can walk along this floor, but then this is still going to be a 10-foot wall, 10-foot tall wall right here.
Why did you do this? Why did you just make it?
Because it's a sideways dungeon, and I thought your brains could handle it.
Why do you gotta be all weird?
I love it. I can't see it yet, but I love it.
Okay, well then
Sounds awesome.
Is there any way we can turn this dungeon to the other side?
Yeah, imagine if you had like 950 strength, you could probably go outside and just pick it up and.
If I was
to flip the whole mountain,
yeah.
Can I cast Wish and wish that Koibu made a normal dungeon?
Okay, at this point, can the rest of us walk up behind?
Yeah. Flintheart looks confused.
Yeah,
somebody else takes his place at the floor.
I'll walk up. I can see at least 60 feet ahead of darkness. So what do I see?
All right, Corin, here you go. You show up.
Can I see
You're
so the
looking over the staircase. Well, we're gonna leave them in suspense for a little bit longer. You're on the staircase. You can come down. You can see the floor here. A pit here.
So this is a platformer. Okay, cool. So right now, if I were to just drop off this, do you see my pings on the map?
Yeah.
Yep, I would land here. I can either go down this corridor, which would involve me going down. It looks like another 60 feet or something. Or we could just like walk these corridors to left or right, or above us, there's like a corridor we can explore. Okay.
But we should build escape routes.
We have rope that we're sticking that we have with us. We can do this, right?
But I'm just checking how much rope did we use already? 150 feet of it, right?
Did we?
100 feet.
150 feet to get up here. If you want to leave that rope there, you can leave it there, or you can bring it in and play with it inside.
I would like to bring that in. So
no, because then we can't escape the dungeon if we get.
We are not going to have enough rope to get through this dungeon if we don't bring that rope in. We have 150 feet wasted outside. We're not going to be able to use it.
Then we're going to die. The whole point of getting the spikes and all that stuff.
How much rope do we have on us collectively right now? I'm holding 30 feet.
Okay, I had 50 feet on it, but you'd rather not use my silk rope.
We have 80 feet. Ziz, how much do you have on you?
150.
150, and how much do you have on you, Devin?
None.
So we literally have 80 feet of rope right now to use if we don't bring in that rope from the outside.
But if we bring in that rope from the outside, we can't escape.
Okay, we can't go in without the rope. So
We
let's pick
can
it
go
up.
back to Yaka and get even more rope. We can dump all the rope we have here right now.
Upon leaning out and looking into the dungeon, Corn pats Flintheart on the back, Flintheart on the back, and he says, "I think I left a lot of my rope outside. I'll be right back." And then I would like to run back up and pull up the rope that we had like around the spikes leading back up, so that I have that.
Okay, you pull up the 150 feet of rope.
Yeah.
Aren't we
Woo!
Okay. I would like to walk forward again in the hallway down to where I guess the 3 people are now crowded. All right, so we're gonna do 1 spike in the wall here. We're gonna drop the rope down so that we can crawl back up here to walk out if we need to. You understand? Everybody nods because they all understand. Okay, spike in the wall here, and then I imagine I have to drop 20 feet of rope. Oh my god, I picked the wrong fucking thing. Sorry, hold on.
Yep, 20 feet of rope from the spike.
Okay. 20 feet of rope. Okay, who has the 150 on their sheet? Ziz, you do?
Yeah.
Okay, take off 20 now, because now we've used 20. Can I start marking where the rope is so that we can remember?
Yes, please.
Okay.
That will be absolutely clutch.
How does this rope work? Is it like a separate rope, or do I have to like give him one of my 50
You're
feet
going
ropes?
to be... No, you're just going to take 50 feet of rope, cut off 20 feet of it, tie it to the spike, and then now you have one 20-foot rope section that is attached to the wall.
Okay, I'm gonna lower it to 2 20-feet ropes, and then write one that is 30 hempen rope 30 feet.
Okay, perfect.
How much does 30 feet weigh?
3/5 of 10, so 6 pounds.
Got it.
I understand this.
Also, I should be able to see, right?
You should see now. The stream can see.
Yep.
At least there's nothing in this dungeon because nothing could be frustrated enough to live here with all of these fucking things.
That's something that's really good to keep in mind then. So what could traverse a dungeon like this very easily? Might be something to keep in mind, right? So we've already encountered creatures that have tentacles that pull themselves on the walls. We've seen spiders that can walk on walls.
Are there any spider webs?
No. There may be some cobwebs, but no like giant spider webs.
Also, shouldn't there be brighter around me? Because my axe emits light.
You're not here. You're just looking from Corin.
Right.
Wait, does the flame tongue emit light?
It does when it's activated, but it's not up. It's
okay.
Not
After dropping this rope, I would like to descend this rope then, and then come down to the ground right here. That's actually the wall, what I'm going to call the ground.
Sure. You can slide on down to here. Who is the next person in? Okay. You are here and should be able to see now.
Can I emit light now?
Oh, right, because your axe emits light when drawn. So you can pull out your axe, which will give you light, and then you can like walk around one-handed. And how much light does it emit? 20? I think it's 20 feet.
What? The axe?
His axe. I don't remember.
A huge amount, like 60 or something.
60 is probably a continual light spell. Yeah. Same as the light stones. Okay. Ta-da!
As I drop in here, and we get a little bit more isolated from the noise outside, can I just like take a listen to see if I hear anything maybe moving around or echoes like throughout here that there might be some creature inside?
That is a perfect question to ask. Why don't you make me a perception check? No, it's fairly quiet in here. The only noises you really hear are the people above. You can't walk that way. You gotta. It's not. This is the floor.
And we don't see any spider webs. Do we see so you know those tentacle monsters that moved around? Do we see any evidence? The ropers of those guys in here. So maybe
yeah.
Did they leave like a little oozy trail when they moved? Like little slimy stuff? No, not at all.
No.
They did.
Okay.
Is it the top or bottom part of the staircase that is like?
The bottom part is what it opens out to here, and this is the ground down here now.
Okay.
So you would have to come down this blue line of rope to this spot.
Oh, right.
Who is next?
Me.
You?
Me.
Okay, dwarf. You appear here.
I would like to ready an attack to my west, just as I have my arrow drawn, just as I'm looking at.
Sure. You can enter in and start to slide down the rope to the floor. And it's as you're coming down and Zai is taking his place getting ready to come down.
Black Hawk
that
down.
the monster strikes.
Black Hawk down.
Yes. As Zai begins to take hold of the rope and slip down, a tendril reaches out to grab you, Zai, from above.
I need an adult.
Oh God.
From behind us?
From above.
No, from above you.
Oh, above. I understand. Okay.
Yes, a tendril drops out with advantage. 25 to hit, double 25s. Fantastic. You are grappled.
You know, Koibu, there are actually monsters in D&D that don't grapple. I know that's crazy.
That's crazy talk.
Yeah, you could use one day.
Yeah. And Zai, you get dragged 25 feet up as we roll into initiative. And I should say that you are grappled and restrained. Corn has done very nicely on initiative. The party will go first. You guys can see the tendril now that it's attached to him, or at least he can tell you that it goes up and over to the right, but you cannot see the creature there.
Something's got me from above.
With 30 feet of movement, how do we treat the rope?
What do you mean?
I'm sorry, like when scaling the rope.
Climbing?
Yeah.
You climb at half speed.
Okay. In that case, I should have enough movement to make it to right here. I can jump across the open entrance.
Can I give him a boost?
I don't need one. It should be fine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can easily jump a 5-foot pit.
Okay. Can I take aim at the tentacle above me, holding
You
Zai?
can aim at the tentacle as it's attached to Zai. You probably can't aim too far past him.
Sure.
And this will be an awkward shot because you're probably going to do damage to Zai even if you hit the tentacle. Maybe a little bit.
What if I roll at least like a 25?
If you roll really well, you'll just hit the tentacle. Yeah.
Okay. What are we saying? What do I need? I just need to know what I need to prepare myself mentally for.
But DC 20 is like a impossible shot. Should be
DC 20 I do in my sleep. You got to make it hard, Koibu.
Don't encourage him.
Tendril can be attacked. Yeah, it's going to need to be a 25 to only hit the tendril.
that's like beyond godlike difficulty.
No,
Okay.
doesn't he hit like
For a
30?
Corin
Sure.
hops
For an attack
over,
roll.
drawing his arrow out mid-jump, points his points his bow above, and with key precision, because I can throw a superiority dice if I need to do that, with my elven longbow, I'll take one shot. Ew, even with a 1d8, that's not going to happen. That's just going to go right into my
It
butt.
just hits the ceiling and drops back down to the ground.
Oh, it doesn't
somewhere.
even hit the guy at all?
Doesn't even hit the tendril. Doesn't even hit Zai. Nope.
Okay.
A 16 is just a bad miss.
I'll take a second shot then.
18?
I will roll a precision on this one, so I'm going to add one superiority dice, so that is a 25.
Oh,
That you hit the tendril exactly. Roll me damage.
Amazing.
6.
6 damage.
what happens if you do disarming strike? Does that make it drop Psy?
It should drop him anyway, because I think one attack fucks the tendril up.
6 damage does not destroy the tendril, actually.
Oh, well, just kidding. What a horrible roll.
Yep. Yeah, it was a natural 1. It's tough. On a D10. Oh, wow. Yeah. Next player.
I don't think there's anything I can do, right?
All right, well, I'm going to just struggle and try to get out. That's an acrobatics, right?
It's going to be a DC 15. If a creature takes an action and succeeds on a DC 15 strength check against it.
Can I cowboy him?
Okay.
Or a DC 15 escape check? Hold on, we got 2 different things going on here. You want to lasso him?
Yeah, can I cowboy him?
Whew.
Yeah!
I want to say yes, but you don't have a lasso ready. You would take an action to make a lasso. And I kind of want to give it to you anyway, just because it's a really cool idea. But, you should have to take a round to make a lasso because it's only a 6-second round.
Well, okay, how about instead of a lasso, can I try to throw the rope up to Sai so he can catch it, and then I can just yoink him down?
Oh, good. Yes, that will work. Thank you, Zai. Athletics or acrobatics? Okay, do it.
I'm going to try to wriggle loose of that tendril, and here's my acrobatics check. Oh.
Ooh. If only you had advantage on the roll. Yep. You can't escape it.
As I see him struggling and I see that he's not able to do it, I'm going to go ahead and use my action surge here to try to fire off 2 more shots. What?
Wait.
Okay,
Can I try to like do the rope thing first? Just throw my rope up?
Yep.
All right.
Let's see. You need to throw a rope about 45 feet to reach Zai.
Strength check?
Yeah. Give me a pure strength check.
Fuck.
Oh! I think you chuck it and it just, it does one of these, like it goes up and then back over sort of thing. It doesn't quite reach Zai.
I'm going to ask for the humor factor. How high up did it go, the highest point, off of that roll?
Off of an 8? Probably like 30 feet. I'm just guessing.
Okay, that's not bad.
Yeah.
Well, there goes I.
All right, 2 more shots, and my action surge is used now. I'm going to fire 1 shot. Wow, we're just getting all the shit rolls out of the way today, huh? Okay, 1 more shot.
Wait, maybe use inspiration?
22. Oh, that would have been good to use. Okay, and then I'm going to do a precision attack with this. 24. So there's going to be friendly fire, I guess.
You'll hit Zai. You want me to
11 damage, though.
There we go. We'll do half to Zai.
Can I be ready to catch him?
You used your action to throw the rope, remember?
Yeah.
So the tendril breaks. Zai begins to fall. Ah! The only person who hasn't used his turn is Flintheart.
All right, I'm using my reaction as I fall.
Doesn't he take no damage from falling?
Sure.
My reaction is slow fall. Reduce any falling damage by 5 times 7. So I have 35 buffer.
So you will be falling until you hit the bottom of the staircase. The staircase is in sort of 3D, so the top of it is actually a little bit further out. So you'll hit the bottom of the staircase. Make me a dexterity saving throw to catch yourself there and end the fall.
Oh.
Or failure means you continue to fall deeper.
Oh, God. Okay.
Oh, yeah, no problem. Okay, you can catch yourself right here. You are no longer restrained, and you will probably not take any falling damage.
Is that good enough to, as I see it approaching, that I want to aim below it? Like, I want to?
Oh yeah, then you can like step off and fall to the side. You can pick which side you want to fall on.
Well, I'll take the right side. I think let's see, 40. Yeah, that's perfectly fine.
Dude,
okay.
I have to think in like 7 dimensions to move my character, man. I don't even know. Can you play him for me?
Yeah, this is up. Whoops, you can't see that. This is towards the ceiling. This is forwards. This is backwards. And you have about 10 feet of depth. So for instance, this notation here with Zai on top and Korin on bottom means Zai and Korin are actually side by side, with Korin in the front. No, Korin in the background and Zai in the foreground.
Wait, now you just confused me. Right now, Zai is on top of me, right?
Right, but if we want to say, because there's enough room on the ground that's 10 feet wide.
Yeah, I understand. Okay.
Yeah.
Have you ever played Terraria?
Yeah, think of it as a 2D platformer.
Wait, yeah, have you ever played
It's a 2D
Terraria?
platform.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're playing Terraria right now. We just look left to right. That's all we're doing.
Yeah, it's Mario.
Yeah.
It's Mario 1. Or 2 or 3 or any of them.
Oh, it's a platformer.
Any of them? Super Mario?
It's a platformer.
Oh.
Any on the NES. Thank you.
I
Mario
completely
64.
understand.
Yes, you're getting it.
Oh.
So you need to get on the...
There's like 2 holes like over here. This one and this one. These are all separate like places we got to climb. Because this is up.
Yeah.
Right.
Up. And this is down.
Yes.
It took me 45... I totally understand. Okay.
Right. I'm thinking maybe... Okay, I'm tempted to... What if I climb up here and I get ready for the tentacle again and I just yoink it? I just like jump down and hold it and we pull the monster out of its fucking lair.
You can try doing that. I don't know how Koibu will rule it, but he has, I believe we said these have 8 tentacles. I've destroyed 1. So if he brings 1 more, you're pulling against 1 tentacle, and he's got 6 that he's using to hold the wall. If he can carry one of us, yeah, but if he can carry one of us, he can hold at least 40 pounds. So 6 times 40 pounds means if you try to pull it, you might just climb up him. I don't know how hardcore that'll be.
Pull against something, because if it can pull you up, it can pull up your body weight, and you can only pull down as much as your body weight is, right?
But I can stand on like the underside I can stand on the underside of the staircase and pull, and using the top of the stairs.
If you have something to pull against, yeah. If you've got some leverage
the
there.
Bottom of his boots, and then hang on to him with full plate mail on.
Ooh.
There we go. Now we've got some advanced technology.
Yeah. All right. I climb up.
We're gonna this guy.
Right. So you've already used your action. Flintheart is the only one to have not taken an action yet. What do you want to do, Flintheart?
I hang out till next turn.
Cool. It's the monster's turn.
Wait, but I can move, right?
Oh yeah, you can take your movement totally.
Can I move all the way up here?
You can do half your movement while you climbing. So what's your movement
as
speed?
Torbjorn is climbing this rope, I've lost too many people to let you do this. You should stay on the ground here.
All right.
Also,
so you can climb up to 20 feet.
If anything weird happens, like a tentacle comes in, I want to have an attack ready. That's what I'll do with my action.
Okay. So are you hanging on the rope still? Or are you going to come down to the ground level?
I'll come down, but if I see anything come up, my sword is drawn. I'm ready to strike.
Cool.
Hey, if you guys want to avoid being grabbed, why not tie the rope around your waist like we would on a boat?
It is the roper's turn.
Does the roper carry a rope?
The roper's tendrils are rope. And it will attack with 4 tendrils. They will drop down and they will go 1, 2, 3, and 4. They will try and grab each of you with one of them.
Don't I get strikes then?
You will get an attack of opportunity because you readied an action for this. So go ahead and give me an attack as the first tendril comes for you. You get 1 attack.
Oh, really?
You choose yeah. Even if you get multiple attacks on your round, when you ready an action with a reaction, you only get 1 attack.
All right.
Yeah.
Is it
natural 1.
Is it an advantage because technically I'm being it's flanking because we're going up, and and so I'm next to the barbarian?
No.
Why not?
But you're not on the opposite side of the tendril. The barbarian would have to be
above it.
In the air. No. Yeah. No. So we're going to do these 4 from right to left. So this is Zai, 22, Corin, 23, Thorbjorn, 12, and Flintheart, 14. So Corin and Zai will be grabbed, and then it will reel. It can pulls each creature grappled 20 feet, 25 feet. Okay. So it will pull you up 25 feet into the air, and it'll pull you up 25 feet into the air. And
Actually,
probably slightly to the side.
Can it pull straight up the same distance that it would pull horizontally?
That's
because we have a penalty on our movement too for moving up a rope.
Yeah, but imagine you're pulling a person who doesn't want to be pulled. You're not just like pulling them on the floor. They're actively resisting and digging their heels in and gripping.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
so I think the 2 are probably
right.
pretty similar.
Makes sense.
That is the monster's turn. It is the player's turn.
So wait, I could move half my movement? So
You could spend 20 feet to climb to here. Yeah, it would take your movement to get to this spot. Which is essentially like in-ish the spiral staircase. Yeah.
Am I in range?
Sorry, for purposes of shooting arrows, do these tendrils count as like NPCs or like enemies opposing me? So, for instance, if I were to shoot an arrow up at the creature or shoot an arrow at the tendril holding him, do I take it at the tendril holding Zai? Do I take it at disadvantage because I'm within 5 feet of an enemy creature? Sorry, that's complicated.
You are grappled and restrained, so you'll be taking it at disadvantage anyway. But I don't think the tendrils are going to count as enemy creatures in that same capacity.
Gotcha, okay. And then to break it, I need to pass a DC 15 strength check?
Athletics or acrobatics.
Athletics or acrobatics, and that counts as an action, right?
Yes.
Am I close enough to grab Corin?
If you can make me a DC 15 athletics or acrobatics check, you can reach Corin. Because he's just out of your reach. Yeah, no problem. You can grab Corin.
Yoink! My half.
Hey, should we just ride these tentacles up and kill this thing when it draws us in? What do you think, Zai?
I can see it ahead. It's It's not where we are able to fight it.
Okay. I see the guy, I guess, jump on my thing. Hey, what's the plan here, bud? Are you going to disconnect me from this?
Yeah, shit. Oh, I can do. What do you want me to do? I can like probably grab, like, put you safely.
Cut it off Zai first. Cut Zai's off first, and then cut mine after.
I can't. I'm too far away from Sai.
No, you just jumped on me. Didn't you just make the check to jump on top of my...
I grabbed you.
He's hanging onto your leg or something.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, well. Can you reach up and cut my tentacle, or...
Can I just pull him in now and put him on the staircase?
Oh, you're dangling from him, so you can't really pull him in, or you're on the rope and holding on to him, so you can... Do you want to use your action to rip him free?
Well, I can just sever the tentacle while holding him and then put him safely on the staircase.
Okay, so that would be an attack roll against the tentacle.
Yeah.
You're not so much... Oh my god, how is this spiral staircase tilted?
Yeah, there should be loads of space on spares for, like, 4 people. If it's on the side.
This is
The
pretty complicated.
staircase will make a sine wave from the perspective of looking this way at it.
Yeah.
So you are here. Yes, you can have 1 foot on the center column of the spiral staircase, and if you've got a hand on him. Your weapon is two-handed though, so how are you going to hold him and make a two-handed weapon attack?
I mean, I have a javelin. I can... Good point.
All right, while you think about your turn, let someone else take it. Anybody else have an action?
I look over at Zai, not sure what he's doing. Zai, what are you doing? I'm about to start to just break free, I guess.
Yeah, that was my plan too. Okay, I'm going to try to wiggle out.
Okay.
I failed.
Okay, I'm going to use my inspiration and wiggle out at advantage using my acrobatics.
Go for it.
24.
Wiggle, wiggle. You are free.
And I'll lawyer that in this case, I should be able to land on the stairs quite easily if the other guy is like holding on to me.
He's helping pull you in, yeah.
Yep.
So you can come over here and you guys will be sort of side by side, but we're going to do stacked on top just to demonstrate.
Are the tentacles that attacked me still in my vicinity?
Yes, it is wiggling around in front of you, trying to grab you.
I strike both of them. I strike one first. Let's start there.
Can I? Actually, I have an idea.
I can't select my tongue.
There should still be a tentacle hanging here, right?
Yes, the one that I got off of.
Well,
I just
right.
Can I jump
we
onto
deleted
it
shit, so.
and just like pull it down?
I got it. Is it a 12? Does that hit?
No, a 12 is not a hit.
I'll attack again. It'll happen someday. It didn't happen. My flame tongue is gone.
Yeah, I am fixing it for you.
Oh no.
There you go. You should have 2 macros now. If you click away and click back on your token, a flame tongue and a light crossbow. There you go. 24 will easily hit the tendril that's trying to grab you. Roll me some damage. You'll do 10 to it, which severs it. A little bit of blood squirts out, catches on fire a little bit, and it begins to reel back because without the end part, it's not really going to be as effective at grabbing you. It looks like it is the monster's turn.
No. Wait,
no?
I haven't attacked yet.
You climbed, you grabbed Corin and pulled him to safety. I think that's your action, is saving him.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would also like to, I'm going to expend my movement. It's 5 feet to move here, and then to move down this rope. I can move part the way down it, I think, like 15 or feet, because it's twice the movement. Or 12.5 feet, I think, actually, yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
25 plus 5 is 30. Yep, okay, cool.
Okay, Roper's turn. It has lost 2 of its 6 tendrils. 1 is still around Zai. The other 2 are going to... No, the other 3 are going to reach for the 3 of you.
So to be clear, I think it might only be able to attack with 1, right? Because it has to hold itself up with 2? Or am I incorrect?
It has lots of little cilia along the lower of its body that allows it to climb walls with it alone.
Okay.
The tendrils will help it move more quickly. With just the cilia, its movement speed is 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we will get Tendril on Thorbjorn, and on Corin, and on Flintheart. So it looks like only Corin is re-grabbed, and then it will reel you in. Zai comes 25 feet closer to it, all the way up to it. Corin, you are also holding onto the rope now. So as you go up here, the rope begins to go up as well. And then you reach the end of the rope, and now the creature is pulling you, and you're holding on to the rope, which is keeping you from going up any higher. So I need you to make me a strength save, an athletics check versus the roper's athletics.
Also, since my last action was spent like trying to save him, wouldn't it make sense that if I see him being pulled back up, I would probably like react and do something too to help?
Possibly, yeah. But he rolls a 5 on a strength check. Corin, give me a... Oh my god, you rolled a 3. Yeah, Thorbjorn, you can use your reaction to grab onto this and give me a athletics check. 22. Okay, you can keep him from being pulled any farther in this mess of madness, although he drops the rope and it falls back down. Meanwhile, at the top, Zai is also the subject of a bite attack as the roper pulls you towards its many-toothed face. And it will make an attack against you, 18, because you are restrained. And it will bite you for 25 piercing damage.
Fuck.
Oh, ouch. Okay.
Yes. And I think, Corin, you were pulled free holding onto the rope, so you probably just like fall back down to here or whatever.
Sure.
Or fall down to here. There we go.
I don't know what I can stand on. Yeah, whatever's here. Yeah.
Yeah. Party's turn in this complicated dungeon.
Okay, I would like to take 2 more shots. I'm going to take shots at the tendril holding Zai. So this is shot number 1, 13. I'm not even going to roll a superiority dice. And then I'm going to take my second shot, 28.
Hit.
I'm going to roll. I mean, I'll do like a drop attack, I guess. But or wait, I think I can roll damage before declaring if I do a superiority die or not.
Yes.
So 13 damage. So I don't have to actually hit anything. So I won't put into that. That should.
All right. You sever the tendril. Zai is free and falls. Dexterity saving throw, Zai.
Can I take a punch at the monster?
Yeah. Or you could have taken your punch right before the arrow hit. Whatever you want.
All right, great.
That's fine.
Just as I sense the tentacle loosening on me, I try to get a good punch in onto its face. But looks like I'm flailing instead.
12 is no good. It is a glancing blow across the rubbery body, and then you tumble and give me that dex save.
And I'm with the old 1-2.
Yep, dex save.
Easy. So you can catch yourself on the staircase as well, if you would like, or you can fall even further. And,
yeah, I'll go on the bottom.
Okay. Are you going to use your reaction to prevent falling damage?
Yes.
Okay. That will not be available during the next turn. And that is what, 35 damage that you avoid?
Yes.
Okay. So you'll take a fall of about 20 feet, and then you'll take a fall of 10 feet. So 1, 2, that'll be a total of 3d6 damage. Yeah, you're fine.
So there's a tentacle hanging to my right?
Let's see. There was one that was around Zai. Yeah, there's one to your left that was going towards Corin that you ripped him out of.
I want to try to grab it and go on the underside of the staircase and just yoink.
Okay, so you want to climb the tentacle to here.
No.
And then brace yourself against the ceiling.
No.
No?
I want to like...
Oh, just into the staircase.
Uh-huh.
Right. Okay, so you come into the staircase, brace yourself against the wall, which then becomes the ceiling for you, and yank it down.
Yep.
Okay. Give me a strength check.
Add inspiration for advantage.
There you go. Versus its strength check. 17 beats 11. The creature loses its grip and tumbles.
Oh, yes,
and will fall to here.
Come here.
Roll me 5d6 falling damage.
I think I actually...
As the roper tumbles out of the sky.
I think I have advantage no matter what on this, so I didn't need to use inspiration there.
Only if you're raging, I believe.
Oh, maybe.
Right? Usually barbarian things are tied to rage. Yeah, it's only when you're raging.
Okay, good.
Roll me 5d6 for falling damage on the roper.
5d6?
Yeah. It takes a shit ton of damage as it hits the ground.
You know, somebody face palmed my move in chat. I expect an apology.
Thorbjorn?
Take an extra dodge action.
Okay, you're taking dodge action. Flintheart, what would you like to do?
Yeah, I mean, I can actually fuck this guy up now, right?
Yeah, you can just move beside Zai, not above him, but beside him, and make attack across this gap.
Could I potentially flank him too?
You would need to go onto the other side of him. So you would need to jump across this pit, which I suppose you could do, and walk around behind him. He is kind of big. He takes up most of the space here. So I would need an acrobatics check, like a DC 13 acrobatics check to get onto the other side of him.
Would you accept an athletics check?
I would not in this situation. This is one of those, like, try and move nimbly in a tight space, which is more acrobatics than athletics.
It just fell a shit ton. Is it prone? Like, it just like...
That is true.
Flat.
Yeah. Yeah, if you can make me an athletics check, you can jump over it while it's squished.
An athletics check?
Yeah. You've got you can back up and get a running start and leap over the thing.
And if I don't, how far do I fall?
We'll just find out.
The hole never ends.
Roll the
Have
dice.
inspiration as well.
Imagine if you fail this.
I will roll it with inspiration.
That'd be a hilarious way to die.
Yeah,
It would be.
I'm gonna roll it with inspiration.
Wow.
Oh,
Okay.
you easily make it to the other side of the monster.
And then I'll double attack with advantage. Oh, it didn't.
24 will hit
Yeah.
for 13 points of damage. Okay.
All right.
Has everybody taken... Corin, have you moved yet? Have you acted?
Is this the same round that I shot it as I was coming down, or are we in the second round now?
Yes, that's the same round. Okay.
Then yes, then
Good
I have
call.
to act it. Yeah.
Okay. All right, it is the Roper's turn. It is surrounded by enemies. It no longer needs to pull you in. It just needs to bite you because you're adjacent to it. So it gets up off its feet or gets back onto its feet, whatever, faces the dwarf, and then bites you with a 10 to hit you.
With my Talus shield.
That's its whole turn. Party.
That's its whole turn?
That's its whole turn.
Wow.
Now that you've got it on even footing, it is not nearly as terrifying.
Can
It doesn't have,
I?
like, multi-attack breath weapon that's 8d6?
It can tendril, but like it's got you. You're here. It usually uses tendrils to pull you towards it.
If I
Now-
jump down from the staircase, how much damage is that?
Like 2d6.
All right, well, I'll start punching it since it's right next to me. Quarterstaff and punching it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
You reach out over the dangerous gap. 20 will hit for 8 points of damage.
good enough for just to hit it with unarmed strikes from this distance? Flower?
Yeah.
Okay. 5.
Excellent. If it had been like this, I would say probably not, but he's actually partially over that ledge because he fell awkwardly.
Right.
5 more points of damage.
I'll follow up. Flap.
One hit.
This is 16 hit.
AC is no. 16 and 17 won't hit, but 25 will. So that is another 14 points of damage to it, and it is almost dead.
Can I?
I believe I should be able.
Oh, yeah, you can
Wait,
finish it.
what are you doing right now?
I was gonna climb down and hit it, but you can just bow it.
Can I trying to envision like how far around the stairs to go? Can I stand like here or here, Koibu?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can get an angle shooting downward.
Yeah, just and then aim down. Take
The
one shot.
Z-axis has some depth to it.
Second shot, 23.
That'll
15
hit.
damage.
That'll kill. And it dies. So, welcome to our horizontal dungeon. This is the first encounter. Why don't we take our break now that the Roper has been slain, while you guys wrap your heads around what you're going to be facing in the future. We'll see you on the other side of a break.
So anyway, Koibu, that is why I feel like the tower shield should be 4 pounds instead of 6 pounds. But it should still have the +5 AC.
So we're in a dungeon. Okay. The roper is dead.
Good one, Devin.
You see this? This is you, Devin.
Right?
It's okay. It makes you look better. You're handsome.
Take a look at where that roper took a huge bite out of me and focus on it. Use wholeness of body to mend it for 21 health.
Whoa.
You Beatrix Kiddo yourself back into usefulness.
That shit's busted. How come you haven't used that before?
It's once per long rest, and I have.
I've never seen you use that.
It's probably because you've been dead the time I used it. That makes sense.
That's fair. I'm usually dead. Can we take these tendrils as rope? That was a serious question.
Yeah, you can hack them off. Now, they're not all 50 feet anymore. Some of them are quite a bit shorter. I think there are 2 50-foot ones, a 40. Hold on, let me write these things down.
Quick question. We have elven rope and we have normal rope. Which one is better to throw?
Elven.
Can I make a lasso out of the elven rope?
Well, the only difference between the elven and the normal rope is that the elven rope has a higher strength tolerance for how much weight it can carry behind it. So if you're throwing it and
less?
What?
I think it weighs less, right?
Yeah,
Well, arguably, depending on how you look at it, right? So it has the
right.
tolerance of a heavy rope, but it weighs less, or it weighs the same as a normal rope, but it's got a greater tolerance, right? Yeah. So if you feel like a normal rope will break, because a normal rope can only hold, is it 200 pounds versus 600 for a heavy, I think?
Yeah.
So if you feel like you need 600 pounds of pull instead of 200, you might want to use the silken instead of the normal rope.
Hey, Steven.
What? Yeah, nice. Good one.
There are 250, 240, and 2 30-foot tendrils.
Okay. Can I get the elven rope and make a lasso out of it?
Sure. You'll have to come down here and talk to Zai about it.
Hi, Sai. Give me rope, please.
I hand you the rope. I'm inspecting this roper because I was interested in how it sticks to the walls. Is it possible to cut off some things and use it for wall stickiness?
So the bottom of it is thousands and thousands of these really small, little, tiny, almost like tongues that are on the bottom that it uses to suction and grip onto the wall and crawl along it.
My fetish.
Can we bring it back and sell it to people to fuck?
What?
What? How much does the elven rope weigh?
There's no resurrection in this campaign. I'm sorry.
Elven rope lasso, how much does it weigh?
5 pounds.
So these roper tentacles should be lighter than normal rope, which bypasses the technology problem.
Can you explain to me how flesh is lighter than rope? Flesh has generally a density of water, maybe a little bit lower, and rope has a significantly lower density because it's not entirely solid. There's quite a bit of air inside of a rope. So if they've got the same diameter, then the tendril is probably...
Well, then, why is an octopus so light?
Super heavy.
Because the octopus don't have 50-foot long tentacles. They have, this long, and they're not as thick as rope.
How
is a very large creature.
So if an is it really?
Yeah, tendrils are a large creature. Total mass?
Yeah.
Torbjorn, could you cut off a piece of this sticky part of the roper for me?
Yeah?
We can put the tongues on our boots, then walk around
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Is it?
That'd be a great idea. We have to test how sticky it is. So.
Yeah.
Once I have that piece of roper, I'm going to try to stick this against the wall and see if it sticks.
It does not.
Oh, it has to be connected to the
not
bottom.
stick. Okay. Yeah, the ropes are not sticky in and
No.
of
What
themselves.
he? No.
We cut off the belly.
Bork cut off a bit of the roper's 1,000 tongues.
Right.
To attach them to our boots to walk around on the walls.
No, first off, there's no way to really attach them to your boots. You'd have to like sew them onto your boots, and then it's also a function of mechanics. They're not sticky; they grip in strange ways. It's like the bottom side of a mussel or something.
It's
right?
like
It's
a
not
squid.
so much sticky,
Suction
or like the
cup.
bottom side of a starfish. Yeah, it doesn't. It's more like the starfish than a squid. It's not sticky, but it's got like lots and lots of little tiny fingers that it grips things with.
Okay.
Right. Now that combat is over, I want to listen again because we probably made quite the roar here. So I want to hear if something else is being attracted by all the noise, and I like try to listen, and I go like, "Hello."
Hello. Oh. It echoes through the dungeon.
I
no.
heard
A perception
someone.
check.
That's at least 5.
There's. Do I do perception?
Please.
I'm convinced
Yeah,
there
you
are
don't
things
hear
heading
anything
our
other
way.
than your own echo and the dwarf talking over your listening.
Real quick, I imagine that because this is an old rundown castle, there should be like a rock on the floor next to me. Can I drop it down the hallway in front of me to try to listen to get a rough idea of how deep it is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make me a perception check as it tumbles. 16 is pretty good. Yeah, it sounds like roughly 100-foot drop.
Mhm.
A little more, a little less.
See, that's only 10d6, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
It's 35 damage on average.
All right, well, if we guys are ready, I think we should probably continue on and take a look at what's around here, yeah?
Are we going? We're gonna go right or left?
Well, before you
start
move
moving
here,
left.
you've got a moment to actually take in your surroundings. And this place has some writing on it, which you'll notice carved into this wall. Of course, the only person here that can actually read writing is the dwarf, and this is not in Dwarven, so he can't read it. But on either side of this wall and this, there is text. And I think you can see through this gap up to this wall, at least if you position yourself correctly, and you can see that there are like slots in the walls, as well as various religious markings. This looks like a tomb. Like a
Can I
cemetery or
launch
crypt.
Sai into that gap?
It is 17 and a half feet up, so he could stand on your shoulders and jump for it.
Yeah, that sounds good. I'll
Or
stand
you
on
could,
the
like-
shoulder.
Yeah, like an
Put him
assisted
on
jump.
top. Yeah,
I'll-
definitely.
I'll do a jump. And then what's up?
Oh wait, you just want to like toss yourself up into the air to peek in before you fall back down again?
Yeah.
Okay, so you toss him up in the air.
Athletics?
Yeah, that's not a room, that's just a corridor.
Yeah, give me a Zai. Give me an athletics check at advantage because he is propelling you forward, propelling you up.
Sure. Acrobatics, you said?
I think jumping. Let me double check. I don't remember if jumping is athletics or acrobatics. Some things are both. Some things are one or the other.
Okay.
It would be great if we launched you into the area and you can get back out, which is hard you die.
There's like 20 undead in there.
Yeah. Or a lich or a trollaroo.
There's definitely a lich in this place. I know it.
Find lich.
An undead mage.
Oh, that's not a lich. Sure. Yeah, there's liches everywhere then. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. A lich is so much more than just an undead spellcaster.
Yeah.
Let's see. When you make a high jump, you leap in the air 3 plus your strength modifier. If you move at least 10 feet forward on foot before the jump, with him, you can have that. When you make a standing high jump, no, you're going to consider it moving because he's helping you. Either way, each foot you clear costs jump movement. In some circumstances, the DM might allow you to make an athletics check to jump higher than you normally can. So I think you're going to be able to get 3 plus your strength modifier feet above Thorbjorn's head.
Okay, it's -2. So that means I am allowed to jump 1 foot in this world.
Wow, yeah.
What?
Yeah, so the monk kind of goes like, boop, boop.
You can climb up the rope and see in there.
Yeah. I go up on that staircase and I take a quick look. And it's it's just a passageway.
Looks like a cemetery. You can see that the bodies, first off, the slots in here are actually quite small. They're not large enough to fit humans at all whatsoever.
Oh.
They're more like yay big. They're pretty tiny for the width of them. And it looks like things have fallen out of them, like fallen out and down. It doesn't look like you can see the floor of there, but the floor must be littered with corpses.
Can I do a stoneworking like proficiency check thing? And just sort of, you know how like people build mausoleums and cemeteries a certain way? To get a feeling that this is like to get a feeling of the type of place this would be used for. Can I do that?
Absolutely, yeah.
Neat. So that's a 15. No.
Well, this isn't any dwarven work here, all right? This is definitely human construction. Maybe supervised by dwarves or assisted with dwarves, because some of it looks a little bit nice. The staircase in particular is a complicated work of architecture where you've got a single stone beam coming up with just stairs coming off of it. So that was probably dwarven work. The rest of this is human, and it's pretty good for what humans have been able to do in the past. In fact, this long, wide hallway here is very unusual. You know, humans don't like to dig such wide hallways because it's a pain in the ass for them. So this has got to be a pretty important place. If you've got this huge, like 40-foot wide, 40-foot tall courtyard with then a 15-foot wide hallway, this has got to be a place of significant importance to whoever built it to bother putting in the effort to make it so big and expansive. That means you either had like lots of people that needed to come up and down here all the time, or you needed to haul shit down here that was really big, or you were just really trying to show off. This is a place of some historical importance to somebody.
Maybe we should check what's in the room above us.
And did I get any idea whatsoever, like of if this place, what this place was built for, based on the craftsmanship?
Burying important dead people.
Okay, thanks.
Was that what you wanted to know? Was
yeah.
there more?
No, that's it. That's the thing, dude. That's 100. You read my mind. You're no
I don't think I can use this staircase to be able to get a running horizontal jump this way.
Ooh, you'll need 10 feet of movement. You can probably get some feet of movement.
We can literally just climb this and like put spikes up and then rope our way up. We can just climb up here. This isn't hard, right?
Yeah, sure. You could just climb this. You wouldn't need the spikes even because it's only 17 feet, right?
Yeah.
So you just need an acrobatics or athletics check, DC
15?
15.
Okay.
Yeah,
I climb up.
Climb this. No problem. Yeah, you get on up. You can take a look inside. The ground looks warped somehow. Like the things down there look like twisted or like not like uneven or wobbly on the sides. It looks really bizarre.
I'm sorry, I'm not trying to. But like when you say ground, you mean the?
I mean
not what's to my right, but what's
bodies.
beneath.
Yeah, okay. The dead bodies that would be down here. With your standing right there and your good level of vision, you can see that the mummified corpses are of animals.
Can I make out a particular type of animal? Are they all four-legged? Are they T-Rexes? Are they smaller?
No, they look like
bunnies?
dogs and cats and pets and that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly dogs.
Hey, there's a bunch of mummified dogs or something up here. Maybe some royal family's pets? I don't know. What do you think?
Shoot one!
It's mostly bone at this point. Actually, all the mummifications would have worn off.
Try to throw something at them and
ready
see
an
if
arrow?
they still move?
Can I shoot one of these down here with a normal arrow?
Totally. Yeah, give me a roll to hit.
19.
Excellent. Your arrow thuds at your feet as the gelatinous cube that occupies this space reacts to your movement. But go ahead and roll me damage because you hit the gelatinous cube. 8. And now we roll initiative.
It's a gelatinous cube? Like from
Nice shot.
Aren't these death?
Yeah, these are terrible. I don't know the 5e version of it. The 2e version is fucking horrible.
This is a 2e inspired 5e.
Why you gotta be like this, dude?
You're in a dungeon of some importance on the mountains, and we've talked about how dangerous the mountains are.
We have?
Haven't we? We've talked about that
several times. Yeah, that's why we avoid the mountains when we travel. We always go wetland.
Corin. Can we actually get Corin? You rolled initiative for the last fight, didn't you?
Sure did.
All right. Will somebody other than Corin roll initiative, please?
Don't fuck me, whoever's gonna roll. Anybody?
I've rolled recently.
Zai. Or
Zai?
Devin.
I'm too scared.
Okay.
Are you serious? Fuck me.
Goodbye.
It's okay. I think the gelatinous cube can't attack you.
Okay.
We'll see.
I think he can. I think Koibu thinks he can too.
It reaches out with a pseudopod and tries to grab you, Corin.
Oh, it
An
is.
8, which is no good, thankfully.
Paralyzed
So just like
for
a
one?
little bit of the cube reaches to grab you or like slap you and try and paralyze you with its gelatinous cube poisons. But you can step back gently out of range, and it misses, and it becomes the party's turn.
From my perch here, did it look like that was the furthest it could reach? 5 feet?
It just looked like that's all that it needed to do.
Set that whole room on fire.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
Set it on fire.
Anyone want to take
also just not
Well,
bother.
I'm going to take a disengage action, and I'm going to step back here and just jump off this. It's 20 feet. I think, do I do a check to that?
You can dangle and fall, so you'll just fall 12 and a half feet, and you'll just take d6 falling damage.
Can I just...
Give me an acrobatics check. It's only 12 and a half feet. Give me an acrobatics check. Don't fuck it up. Yeah, you're fine. Whatever.
I throw a grenade in you.
All right. You've used your one extra magic weapon. It is gone now, and so is the gelatinous cube.
I move here and ready in attack.
Okay. Zai?
I would genuinely think we should throw a torch in there, right?
Hey, if you think we should throw a torch in there, do it, dwarf.
I'm
Yeah,
ready, jumping off the right side.
I think it's a good idea.
The gelatinous cube is there, and it doesn't do anything. It just holds itself steady.
What do you mean is where?
Where it
It's
was
where
before.
it was. It doesn't do anything.
Yeah, it's stuck in there.
Hey, so we got a big gelatinous cube of animal mummified corpses. How do you think we should handle it, guys?
I think
Torch
we
it.
should leave it there and continue on.
Burn it.
You don't think we should kill this thing?
I think we should.
I insist we kill it. I feel like my arrow fired into it seemed to have a pretty negative impact on it, and I'm not going to risk coming back here later to find out that thing oozed its way out of the entrance. I'm not
I
moving
agree.
past it until we kill it.
Do you think we can move out of the...
I don't know. Maybe it needs some inspiration that we're going to find deeper in this cave for it to move out.
Then why isn't it coming out after us?
I don't know. Maybe it's waiting for its oozy friends. I'm not a master of ooze.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think it's
The
worth it.
gelatinous cube is a social creature with a family of gelatinous cubes.
Why don't
Called
we set
Cupits
that
when they're
shit...
babies?
Why
How about we toss a torch in there and see what happens? Anybody?
Yep.
I agree.
I don't have any torches anymore, I think.
Well, who's holding the torches?
I don't think any of us have a torch.
Oh my god.
We literally spent an hour in fucking Yaka doing inventory management. Nobody has torches on their sheets.
I give mine away.
Torch is useless. We have whitestone.
Oh, it's so easy then. We just go back to Yaka right now.
You guys took light stones instead of torches.
Trump, let's go back to Yaka. You love traveling, especially long distances. All right, just keep firing.
Can you explain, paint a picture for me? What did this gelatinous ooze look like? So when I fired an arrow down, did it just appear or materialize, or was it always there and I didn't notice, or?
It's always there because it's fairly transparent as a creature.
Uh-huh.
Let me do this into chat. So it's a clear ooze, and you didn't really notice it at first. I mentioned that the ground looked funky or weird, and that's because you were looking at it through a jelly object.
Gotcha.
So it's just kind of a clear thing.
Okay, I understand. Huh. Well,
Shoot it with an arrow until it dies.
I'm not gonna stand on the edge of that thing and see if it can grab me and pull me in. I have a feeling when something falls into that ooze, it doesn't come out. So unless you want to stand there with your sword poking at it, I invite you to do so.
Oh, I have a great idea. I moved here, and I started attacking the wall.
Why do you want to attack the
use
wall?
your axe to cut through 5 feet of stone?
Oh. Is it not
So that
brittle?
the cube falls on you?
You're gonna ruin your axe.
Wait, really?
It will
This-
just. If you take a metal axe and you hack at stone with it, you are going to blunt the entire edge of that thing. Axes are not what you use for going through stone.
But we have a hammer.
I feel like I have a reasonable shot in here. Or do you want to say no? It's up to you. It's kind of cheesy, but
yeah, you want to just like stand up there in that awkward spot and throw arrows at it until it dies?
Yeah, I could. Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. I'm using my normal arrows right now.
Yeah.
8 damage.
That's 8 damage. I'll make it visible because you can see it's jiggling every time you pump an arrow into it. Yep.
You know, I always have a saying, which is don't poke a hornet's nest.
16. I continue to shoot while I listen. Yeah, those sound like
also,
some great
by the way,
old
this
adages.
is great use for these dwarven arrows I found a while ago.
Good thing I'm not using the dwarven arrows, monk. I take another shot. 13. Does that hit?
Yep. And you'll notice as your arrows sink into this thing that the entire creature seems to be made out of some sort of weird gelatinous acid, and each arrow that fires into it just dissolves.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. 15 will hit.
You have any more words of wisdom down there, monk? Corn fires.
Yeah. Would you like to use these useless dwarven arrows?
If you want to give me more dwarven arrows, that's fine. I'm just using my plain ones right now.
Any of the dwarven arrows, which are presumably worse arrows?
What?
Wait, what? Oh, I'm sorry. You keep saying dwarven arrows, not elven arrows.
Yeah,
I thought the dwarven arrows. I thought we decided were just bolts.
No, we found them before, and they were described as worse arrows, and I just kept them around.
Dwarven arrows are worse than elven arrows. Now that is something. That's not true.
Well, you know, it makes sense because the dwarves, they only care about making powerful weapons for, actual combat, not this, sissy, long-range combat.
Do you have stats for bad dwarven arrows?
Yeah, I guess they'll just decrease range by 20%.
Yeah, just use these. I hand them over. I don't know why I didn't get
How many are there?
There's 20 of them.
Okay, hold on. Just give me one at a time, okay? So subtract 1.
Yeah.
Hasn't Corin done 500 damage at this point?
No. Okay, subtract 1 more.
90 damage.
No, you're keeping track.
Yeah.
He's just slowly whittling away.
There you go. You killed it. It stops moving, but it's still a big thing of acid ooze. So it's it's still taking up that same space, still denying access to anything within it, but it's no longer moving of its own volition.
All right, monk. The ooze is dead. You want to go in there and see if there are any valuables?
Doesn't it lose structural integrity so all the ooze splashes to the ground?
It was already filling up the entire pit.
The floor looks like it's acid there.
Yeah.
Why would it live there?
It's why does fungus grow?
I would like to come down here. Can I pick
There's
up
a reason
rock?
why it's there, Devin.
Okay.
Yeah. Can I pick up a rock? When I drop it onto the floor down in here, when I drop it, does it sound like it hits a floor, or does it sound like it might hit something that's covered in this gelatinous ooze?
No, it makes a loud
clank
high-pitched
or whatever.
tink.
Yeah. Okay. I'd be worried that there are other rooms full of stuff like this. Maybe something to keep in mind if we enter any new rooms, guys.
Aye.
Yep, very wise of you. Well, I think that since you have this great shield to fall behind, this tower shield, you should scout ahead.
Are there rocks where I am right now? Can I pick up 5 rocks?
Rubble all over the place. Totally.
Okay.
I would also like to have 5 or 10, some arbitrary amount. I imagine because this is all ruins, there are rocks basically everywhere, right?
There's broken rock all over the place, and you'll actually see there's small indentations on what is your floor, where there were, or I guess still are, little bits of statues here and there. It appears that these walls were decorated with alcoves that probably held various statues of deities. Most of the statues are gone or broken by now, but every now and then you'll find a little piece of one, and you'll find small divots that pop up and down throughout this entire thing.
Okay.
Where would you guys like to go?
Left?
Left or right? Left. Okay. There's a 5-foot gap, which with a running start, everybody should be able to cross.
I don't think this goes anywhere. I think we should turn around. Turn around and go back. It's still right. We need to go.
Okay.
You said that you can jump across this?
Yeah.
I think it's worth
5 strength.
Yeah, I think it's worth looking up and down to see if there's anything over here, yeah?
There's just a wall there.
What do you mean there's just a wall? There's a path that goes above and below.
Alright, but the main corridor is off to the right.
Hold on, let me just test the holes real quick. Can I drop a stone down either side, and see if the sound is similar to the sound before? That it sounds like it's of a
It is
similar
similar
depth?
in both times. Yeah, it just hits stone.
About
Okay.
100 feet down, same thing.
Yeah, about 100 feet down.
And then if I lean over to like, I should like, so like when I stand here, I literally can't see up or down at all. Can I like lean my face out to look up or down?
You should be able to see up or down now, right?
Yeah, I can, yeah. But I'm
Yeah,
not
so-
stepping out to jump out to my death. Yeah.
Right. So you see these areas of pink.
Yes.
Those are indicative of slots in the walls that might hold corpses, and they're stacked. Right here, they're stacked 4 high.
Gotcha.
So you'll see that there's a slot for corpses here, which there are corpses in. And there's a slot for corpses here, which there are corpses in, but they've like fallen down and angled awkwardly.
And when I
These
throw
are desiccated.
when I I'd like to back up a bit. If I toss a stone over the edge and listen to it, it falls to the floor on the other side of this. It doesn't sound like ooze.
Out this way.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah. Wait, which?
It'll hit rock.
Yep,
Okay.
it sounds like ooze.
Hey, there's another, I guess like burial room in here. It looks like there might be something over here. Maybe we should check it out. It's a short
am
drop,
with you.
maybe 10 or 20 feet.
Do you want me to go first?
Well, hold on. We need to wait for the dwarf
Yeah,
to
the
get back
burial room sounds like where all the treasure would be.
here. Hey, dwarf,
Oi. What you want?
come back. Let's go.
What? Where are we going?
I drop down.
All right.
I would like to ready an arrow, and I kind of watch him. So, like, if a hand comes out to grab him or something, I would like to have an attack readied in case something is like, or a tentacle comes out. Maybe next jump. Yeah.
I
I
throw.
want to make
What? Go. Wait.
I want to make one comment before we get too far.
Yep.
So we're walking. Thorbjorn's on the ground here,
Yep.
right? And so there are 4 of these burial slots stacked horizontally along 10 feet of ground, which means to walk on this ground, you're going to have to walk in between the burial slots, which is going to be awkward footing. Now, right now, it doesn't make a difference. But should there be some sort of difficult thing, a combat attack or an ability check or something, when you're standing on these purple slots, you're probably going to have disadvantage because the footing below you is very awkward.
Sure.
And-
But that sounds great
right-
because if somebody makes a ranged attack, you should be able to duck and use it as like half or full cover, right?
Yeah, because it's a 2.5-foot drop down into the burial slot, so you could hunker down in there if you really needed to.
Cool. Yeah.
Just want to get this out of the way in case it comes up. It probably won't, but you know.
Flintarch, are you blind? This doesn't look like nothing.
There's a giant corridor over there. Why don't we
I
go down the fucking corridor over
Did
there?
you notice the bright pink here?
Koibu, can I throw a rock all the way over there?
Totally, yeah. You hurl a rock across there, and it just clatters against the side. Bang.
Right.
This height here is only 5 feet tall, and you are greater than 5 feet tall, so you're gonna have to like squeeze to get in there, like duck.
What's the pink stuff?
That's what we just.
I was just explained it twice, Devin.
What is it?
It's the pits where you bury people. Like once
Why is
upon a
it
time,
pink?
there was a slot in the wall where you would put a body. It's pink, so you know that there's slots there.
Oh, but
So
it's
you
not
can use
really
it as
pink?
navigatable terrain. No, it's not pink. It's just a way to show you that.
This is
There's
really
a
fucking
change.
with my theater of the mind.
Can I pick a rock up and toss it? Do you see it up here? Can I kind of like lob it up over there and see if I hear anything like above?
You chucking it this way?
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Yeah. It makes sort of a soft sound.
Oh.
So I'm guessing, comparing it to the other noises we heard, softer than what I was prepared to hear.
I cannot see anything here on the left. It's just like the ceiling.
Hey, come back here.
Look, this sounds like a bad idea to go here. There's no way to fight down here. Not very smart. Why don't we go to the big corridor where we can all fight?
Well, everything in this place probably isn't going to be found in the big corridor.
Yeah,
Sounds
I
like
agree.
there could be some ooze monster or something on top of this up there. That rock didn't land quite right.
So wait,
So
you
we
said
need
it
to-
was 5 feet, right? So can I MacGyver up?
I don't know what you mean. What is 5 feet, and where do you want
Like
to go?
the corridor is only 5 feet, right? And I'm like taller than 5 feet. So can I like push against the corridor? Well, like, yeah.
Totally.
Okay,
Yeah, you can
sweet.
easily scramble up this. Well, it'll be slow going. It'll be like a DC 10 athletics or acrobatics check. It's technically failable, and if you don't know what you're doing, you'll get fucked. Yeah, so you start to push yourself up and down, but you get to here, and then like your back slips, and you fall against a corpse, and you like topple to the ground a little bit, but only because you have a really bad dive.
I rolled a 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, don't keep doing that.
Can I try again?
Yeah, totally. Oh my god.
What is happening? Wait, what is that? 5% of 5%? How low is that?
That's a 1 in 20 chance to roll 2 1s in a row.
My hands are
1 in
slippy.
400, isn't it? I think.
I don't
No,
like
because you
small
only start
spaces.
counting once you roll the first 1
Guys,
20, right?
I'm stuck
Yeah, but to
down
do it
here.
twice in a row, that's a 1 in
Sure,
400. I
sure.
think.
But
Yeah.
like once you roll a 1, it's only a 1 in 20 chance of doing it a second time.
Each independent time, but cumulatively. Listen, he sucks at climbing. Can I? I'll hop down here for a second. Zai, keep an eye on whatever the hell's above us, and then can I kind of like help him up? I guess.
Yeah, you can easily help him up and out. No
Sure.
problem. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you see anything that might look valuable in here?
Maybe upstairs, but we haven't seen
Do
that
I
yet.
see anything on the other end of this that looks valuable?
Give me
Nah.
a perception check because no one's actually searched here. You just like,
Oh.
it's corridors.
Okay, yeah. As I like help him up, I'm kind of looking around, and he's taking so long to figure out how to climb that I.
So some of these bodies are unwrapped and just laid bare bones. Some of them are like molding with like fungus and shit growing all over them. The place is hot and humid. Water finds its way in here. The sweltering jungle air finds its way in here. So the corpses here are kind of gross. But you'll also notice that some of them have been intentionally ripped open. You'll find things where like there's little bits of rotting bone kind of pulled aside, and it'll look like someone has opened up the body or probably the wrappings around the body once upon a time, a long time ago, and searched through the corpses. It looks like something has been in here and searched the bodies.
Would I be able to tell on the opened corpses? So firstly, I know there's a creature above me, so Orin, as he contemplates out loud or in his head to whatever god he's communicating with right now, which is you. I want to make sure there's not something that's just like slinking down on top of me that's going to kill me, right?
Yeah, you look up.
Yeah,
Seems
looking
fine.
up. Yep, still looking up.
Yeah.
Okay. Does it look like these have been freshly opened, or does it look ancient? Like there's dust.
Old. Yeah.
Old, very old. Okay. Are they still animals in this room, like dogs and cats?
No,
and
these are
stuff?
people. These are all people.
People. Okay. Does it appear? But it's like a mess of bodies. Not one grave isn't like looks like slaves or servants, right?
No, actually. Slaves or servants probably wouldn't get this good of a burial. They would probably just be thrown in a mass pit. These look like spots of honor. They're nice stone crypts.
Oh, okay.
Laid out in a very even pattern, and then the corpses were probably mummified. Most of the bandages have faded away.
Okay.
But every now and then you'll find something that's indicative of a body that was treated very well.
Okay, but not probably not royalty or the people that ran it, because I would expect to see them in like dedicated rooms, or their corpses would be much more heavily marked. Probably.
More elaborate, or with a proper sarcophagus around it instead of just laid in a pit.
Are they humans or dwarves or elves or humanoid?
Give me a medicine check. See if you can identify species by bones. Yeah, these are humans here. You actually notice one dwarf that is like crumpled up in one of the 4 graves on the side.
Gotcha. Okay.
Up from my vantage point, does it look like there are any corpses still in the burials above, or did they fall down?
No, they've definitely fallen down. You can see that down here, instead of there being 4, there's like 10 corpses haphazardly plopped on the ground.
Okay, I instruct Corin to just check, because if there was anything that wasn't looked over, it would be if any corpses still were stuck up there.
Like above us, like up there?
Yeah.
I mean, I look at them, but
They've probably all fallen down, but you never know.
Are there any corpses up there? Do I see any?
No.
Okay. Well, I think we should kill whatever's laying on top of here, Zai. As much as you hate to do so, I think I feel safer moving on from this room knowing everything in here is dead.
I don't really see a point. There's nothing here. We should just move on.
There could be something on top of that, though, no?
I think
Maybe.
there could be a
There
room.
might be an
is
ooze
there?
or something, but who cares?
No, I mean, there could be something that ooze is encompassing, or maybe some valuable that it could be protecting.
I
right?
agree.
Giant corridor over there that we could go walk down.
Yeah, we'll check that out after.
Okay.
It's also possible it might not be an oozy thing. Maybe I just tossed a rock and it hit a corpse as well. We don't know, yeah?
Yeah, you're right.
Who's gonna go?
well,
I think that if we go, I think we should all climb together so that whatever it is, we can fight it together.
I pick up a rock and I just toss it like really easily over this side.
Yeah, you hear it land on stone. Bink.
Okay, it looks like this ledge at least is safe.
Okay. I'd say that if we do this, 2 of us should come down here, move to the end, climb up on the other side, and whatever's up there, if there is a creature up there, we can attack it from both sides, yeah?
Yeah,
Alright.
sounds good to me.
I'll climb from the left.
You 2 need to be in position to... Whoa! Okay, you just ran over there.
Vroom.
As he runs over there, is he okay?
Yeah, he's fine.
I've been there
He
before.
steps across the. Yeah, he's been over here.
Okay. Can we climb up there? Can we make it?
Yeah, it's 5 feet wide, so give me a DC 10 acrobatics or athletics check to like brace yourself against the walls and go up.
Okay.
There you go, Thorbjorn. You still rolled a 1, but on the other die.
I'll parkour my way up.
Okay.
Easy peasy. Yeah.
Oh,
Flintheart can't make it. He pulled a Thorbjorn.
Some
Oh, wait, don't step forward yet.
Don't step forward. What do we see up here? Do I see anything soft on the
Or
ground?
the same shit. You find corpses. The ones that were in this spot have fallen down below. The ones that are here, ones that are here. Yep, you see little bits of fungus and moss growing over here. Things that don't need photosynthesis, just light, heat, and just heat and nutrients and water.
Okay.
And it looks like that rock that you threw just sort of like landed in a pile of mushrooms rather than on a piece of stone.
Gotcha. Okay.
This at least looks like corpses that might not have gotten searched through. I looked to see if they have been.
No valuables to be found.
Have they been searched through?
Give me a perception check. It's hard to tell after all these years.
It's hard to tell if they've been searched through. Like the mummies have been.
Yeah,
opened?
because the whatever would have been around them has rotted away. All of their organs have rotted away, and all of the things that wrapped around them rotted away because it's been like 1,500 years probably.
Oh shit.
In
Okay.
a sweltering jungle, so it's just kind of degraded. You see bones and you can't make a sense of them.
Yeah,
but
we were
there's
just
no
looking for
valuables
like
on them.
clean
Yeah.
cuts with sharp objects.
Yeah. Here's a question that I'm gonna ask. So I'm trying to figure out if the corpses were searched before this whole thing tipped over. So
Great question.
let's say that all the corpses are laying there, but it looks like they've kind of been moved in a way where people are going through them versus there's just like a pile and then some of them have been fucked with, right? Does it look like it tipped over and then they were kind of like moved around so that you had access to all of like the remains? Or does it look like they're all just laying there, like maybe somebody went through them and then the building tipped and then they all fell over? Is that something?
I see what you're saying. Yeah. So the ones that are on the ceiling, that would have been on the ceiling, have fallen and are laying at weird, awkward angles, right?
Okay.
The ones that are in these graves on the bottom should, if they've been, they should just be laying peacefully, just like on the side, because it tilted up and they just maybe rolled over at worst and then laid there. But instead, you see them at a bit of an angle, like maybe this one of the ones here, its head is now over where its feet are. So like the skull and the feet are next to each other, and then the legs go, and then the torso goes. So it looks like they've been disturbed since the thing has been tilted.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, all right. To the other corridor, I suppose, yeah?
yes.
Yeah, very observant of you, Corin. Clearly, we're not the only tomb hunters out here.
I'm fucked.
And everyone has at least 5 strength, right? So you can all hop these 5-foot gaps, no problem.
Yeah. Is it possible to have less?
Yeah.
Do you know what
We
we
can have
could do?
as
We
low
could
as
do the buddy system where we tie a rope between each other, so if we do fall, we don't fall.
Well, we could do that. That could also mean that if one of us falls, all of us falls. And no offense, but after seeing you guys stumble around in here, I don't know if I want to be tied to any of you fuckers.
That's fair.
All right, you guys reach a section of 12.5 feet high. This will take a climbing check to scale up, or you could, smurf it and stack on top of each other.
All right, Flutter, up and over.
Yeah.
I usefully try to help him up.
Yeah.
If he's standing on your shoulders, he can just reach and pull up, no problem.
Right.
Anyone.
I'm up.
It'll be the last person up that's going to need to make a check.
I'll go next. I'll stand
Each
on
other.
It's very deep.
I'll reach over for our archer friend. Jump.
Okay. You lower a hand to help the archer up. He ignores you and scrambles up anyway.
Yep.
So we're gonna probably want to stack you guys side by side. If you're on the above, it just means you're a little bit closer.
Mm-hmm. Hey, hold on a second, guys. Stop.
God, fucking stop standing on top of each other.
Can I
swear to God, Flintheart.
Can I take a rock and throw it forward in the room to see if anything?
Yeah, where would you want to throw it? Give me a ping on where you want to land it.
So I'm pinging like the path. So it's just
like,
kind of,
yeah,
basically just rolling it forward. So my assumption is that if there's any ooze here, like it'll be on the ground. I'm looking for that. Yeah.
Yeah, you can roll the rock all the way to the ledge, and then it topples off and tumbles down.
Gotcha. Okay. I would like to ready an attack in this direction in general. I'm looking specifically for tentacles or tendrils coming out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Hey, ready your swords. Be ready to slash.
Yeah, I'm ready an attack too.
Grab any of you guys.
Okay, I'm ready a dodge action, and I'll be the one to move forward, I guess.
You come to a 10-foot gap. You would need a running start and at least 10 strength to get over here. If you do not have at least 10 strength, you cannot clear this gap.
At all? Really?
A long jump. When you make a long jump, you cover a number of feet up to your strength score if you move at least 10 feet on foot immediately before the jump. So you need 10 strength to jump that.
Yeah, you could make a grab for the ledge, though, of course.
Right. If you want to throw yourself and grab the ledge and scramble up, then we can give you an athletics or acrobatics check to grab the ledge and scramble up.
Right.
Can I roll a rock off this? Does it sound like it's as deep as the other ones? I'm starting to put together a picture. Oh, this sounds deeper than the other ones.
Deeper than the other ones.
Does it still make a high-pitched cling when it hits the ground or whatever?
It does clatter on stone.
Can I jump over to the other side and like try to help catch people that are getting across, like the weaker ones in the party?
Totally.
Okay.
You got 10 strength, right? So you
Yeah,
can clear the
18.
jump, no problem.
I'll just jump.
Yeah.
Does it did it look like there was anything in the previous rooms that you could just lay flat here? Anything we could have taken, like a coffin type thing?
No, you haven't seen any coffins. The closest thing you've seen to any structure is just like statues.
While I'm standing here on the edge, can I just throw like into the distance, throw a rock as far as I can throw it?
Yep, you hurl a rock. And give me a strength check to see how far it goes. Yeah, you can hurl it pretty damn far, and it'll just like clang, roll, 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 and then stops.
Okay, and then I listen to see if anything reacted to it.
Nothing. You're alone in the dungeon. You've already killed the monsters here.
Sure.
What if that were true?
All right, I'm ready. Get ready to catch me.
I'm ready. I'm ready to catch.
I'll do a big running long jump. I'll take like all the 20 feet of runway, 25 feet, and then leap. Oh!
Give me, give me an athletics check, acrobatics check. What is it?
I think it's athletics.
Yep. At the DM's option, you must succeed on athletics check to blah 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 blah. Yeah, you can throw yourself, catch yourself on the ledge, and Thorbjorn will help pull you up, and you're safe.
Okay.
And we'll just move you off to the side so he can help the next person. But I think everybody else has at least 10 strength, right?
I don't. I have 9.
Not Corin.
I'll catch you too. Come here.
Clear
Come here.
9 feet
Come
of
to
the
Thorbjorn.
10-foot jump. Make me an athletics check and don't really botch it. You need to like roll a 1 to fuck yourself here because Thorbjorn's gonna help catch you.
Can I? It's not really something I'd like to risk. Can I? I have 30 feet of rope. Can I toss the rope across to him and have him hold on to it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Easy.
I would like to come to the edge. I'm gonna toss him the rope. He's holding on to it. Hey, you've got that, right?
Yes, I got it. Trust me.
Can I do a perception check to make sure that he's standing how he should be? He looks like he's holding it. He's got like his feet dug into the ground. Okay, I'm gonna jump off this and I'm gonna scale the wall. You're gonna be holding onto the rope, right?
I've got this. Oh, hilarious! We just dropped it.
Hey, dwarf, maybe you should hop across first and maybe give him a hand.
Zero trust.
If I do this, will you be nicer to me?
If we get out of here alive, I imagine we'll all be a bit nicer to each other.
All right, I got you. He hops across, grabs the rope,
All right, Corin, you're holding the rope. They're holding the other end.
All right, yeah. So I'm basically like taking the rope and then kind of like hopping down, and then it would pull me here, and then I would like scale the wall like this.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Give me an athletics or acrobatics check anyway.
You're doing it. Athletics check to use the bathroom. I even had both go across to secure themselves. I pee myself in a way that accidentally infuses water into my blood, and I have a pulmonary embolism and die.
So you're holding on to the rope, you leap, you slam, you hit the wall, they hold it nice and tight on the other side, and then your grip begins to slip on the rope. Your hands begin to burn. Make me a dexterity saving. You only have a 5 on your dex save? Is that even possible? Oh, it's strength and con are your saves. I see.
Is he within 10 feet of me?
Yeah. He barely, like, he's. I don't know, because you're way the fuck over here. You're 15 feet from him. You moved yourself on the far side.
Does my aura go through the rope?
Oh, what's the aura? 10 feet? 15 feet?
It's 10 feet.
No, the aura wouldn't reach him when he's down here.
What's going on, Ziz? You okay, dude?
So, really didn't think you'd fail a dex save.
Yeah, I know. Why you make me roll for this after I made the second guy go across and hold the rope? How can Corin not
there
hold a
needs to be
goddamn
an
rope?
element of danger, and I think Corin, your hands.
This is unironically the rolls to use the bathroom. That's what we just did.
No, this is not the rolls to use the bathroom.
rolls to use the bathroom.
This is clearing a 150-foot pit or something like that.
Okay.
While your friend is holding a rope, and
to be fair, if you had tied the rope around yourself, which I thought you did, then there wouldn't be a check.
True.
I didn't know you were just
the
holding.
check would have been you lose your grip and you just take the damage of falling. This is you lose your grip begins to fail and you're gonna fall all the way down. So you would have taken a little bit of damage, but now God, someone lawyer me before I have to make Corin tumble to his death?
It's just 15d6, right?
But like, there's both of us helping him.
You should give him an 11 because my aura goes through the rope.
Okay, wait, okay, no, let me lure you.
Because he's not within 10 feet of you.
I can lure you.
It doesn't travel down the rope to him. But
I've got you, Koibu.
Bring on the lawyer.
Okay.
Bring on
As I see him fall, I made a lasso. I prepared for this. I lasso in.
You can't. No. You can't hold the rope and then be like, "Oh, he's falling. Hold on. Let me magically teleport a lasso to my hands and throw it instantly."
So, my hands are free. I've been watching this thing. Is he like high enough to me that I can grab from?
No, because if you notice the way that he motioned himself, he said he like comes down.
Why did you jump down that far?
Because two people are holding a rope. It's just climbing.
You could at least
climbed walls. I've climbed so
Why
much.
did you be so close?
I have 20 dexterity. I figured climbing isn't really that hard.
Yeah, but every now and then you roll a fucking 1.
Can't literally just be Destiny dies, right? Like
well, he's probably not gonna die, right? It's
I think we should have to roll for things like hypertension. Heart attacks are very real. It's very humid out here.
Yeah.
How much red meat have you guys been eating?
We've been eating quite a bit.
I want to do
Very high in sodium probably too, because we have to salt all of our meats, which also.
All right,
increases-
Corin, you tumble. Fuck it. You fall 130 feet. Roll me 13d6.
Are you serious?
I am serious. It is a death-defying drop. Roll me 13d6, and that's how much falling damage you take.
Hold on, I need to get it into my head the chances of my character dying here. I need to roll 124 damage to be instant death, right?
Yeah, you definitely won't insta-die.
Oh, no, okay, which would be highly unlikely.
Yeah. You could go unconscious, but that still would be unlikely.
13 times.
I got deaths. Okay. All right, I just need a below average roll, okay?
I did the math for you. Average damage only 39.
Average damage should be 45 and a half.
Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry. Let me emotionally propose. Okay. Okay.
Oh my god.
Easy. That's fine. I wanted to be down here anyway.
Tumble and hit the ground and lose your breath and gasp as you like land in a crypt of bodies and sarcophagi and weird nonsense. Everybody else just goes, ah!
quick! I say, tie that 150-foot rope around me.
Did the bodies like squish his fall?
Hit the floor? Yeah.
Does he squish?
Bjorn, quick!
Yeah.
Hold on. As I'm down here and I stand up, I would like to catch my breath a little and use my second wind at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So looking down here, you see 4 sarcophagi in addition to the normal holes in the walls,
This is the
as
lid.
well as a statue of a person, of a goddess.
Great.
What were you saying, Zai?
Yeah, quick, Thorbjorn, tie that 150-foot rope around me.
I do.
Okay, start lowering me slowly.
I help him.
Okay, I'm gonna go.
Make him roll for it, Koibu.
Give me an athletics check.
Really?
Or
Around
acrobatics
me.
check. You've got the rope tied around you? Okay. Cool. Don't fuck it up.
Okay.
It's fine.
Did you
I-
say
I-
athletics check?
Unironically figured out how to rule Destiny's thing after the fact. We can't do it now. The way you did it was you would say he'd have advantage because he has 2 people helping him.
Yeah, but it wasn't about their grip. It was about his grip. So it doesn't matter how many people are holding the other end of the rope if you can't hold on to your end of the rope. Zai can slowly lower himself down. And as you do, Zai, you're going to notice that there is the occasional brick pulled out of the wall on both sides of this wall. It's awkward. They're pretty far apart, but it looks like something has been here and ripped out select bricks.
Cool. I look at them interestingly. Does it look like I could use these bricks to climb up?
You are not tall enough. Whatever pulled these bricks out either has incredible reach or is just like really big.
Okay, but I would think that someone big would be able to use these as handhelds to climb up. Okay. Whew. Wow, you're still alive. Glad to see it.
I'm just sitting against the wall here.
Oh,
Fuck, monk.
That's the fucking thing.
Looking around this room, do we see anything like moving, like a tendril creature, or the corpses? Do we see the royal corpses? You say, are they still in the sarcophagi, or have they fallen out, or
yeah.
are they missing?
These ones are still in at awkward angles. The lids are closed on these 2.
Gotcha.
okay. Well, I'm dangling. I'm going to dangle up a bit, and then I'm gonna like push off the wall in order to get over here.
And repel, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to pull up this coffin to make it fall down. Watch out. Watch for your head there, Corey.
Wait, I don't know if we should be moving any of these coffins down here right now, Zai.
There could be good stuff in it.
Yeah, there could be bad stuff in it. I don't feel
Yeah.
like I'm in a good
Alright,
position to
I'm
deal
just
with
gonna
any of the
try to
bad
open
stuff.
the coffin.
You're gonna what? You can ignore Goran and just open it anyway. Fuck him. Assert yourself. Just open it. See what's in it. If you
Yeah.
wanted to.
I mean, how else are we gonna ever see what's inside?
True.
All right, you open the coffin.
Yeah.
You pry open the lid. It
I would like to
falls-
ready an attack. I'll begrudgingly take an arrow out and just have an attack ready in case something like reaches out at him or tries to grab him or something of the sort.
Dracula appears. He's CR20.
You see that there is a body already slumped to the bottom of the coffin.
Is his name Dracula?
I just calmly look at it to see if there's any valuables on it.
What about Alucard?
You can see that its hands and forearms are missing.
That's scary.
Okay. Might have had valuables on. Looks like someone's been here before and cut off those hands. May have been rings on it. I look over at this coffin and I open this one too.
Same ready to attacks.
Yep. You pry it open. It's the top of it falls to the ground. Inside is a body that is still wrapped in the ribbons around it. This area, this coffin looks like it's been well sealed so that the humidity from outside hasn't gotten in. Looks very well preserved and mummified and unbothered.
Nice. I'll take the. Corin, you got a knife on you?
I imagine we would have some sort of light knife for like cutting up food, but like nothing that I would have like notated on my sheet. What kind of knife are you looking for? Could I use like an arrow tip or?
Something to open up these bandages.
Yeah, I imagine you could probably use an arrow tip to like just.
You could use
like-
one of your dwarven arrows or elven arrows.
Oh yeah, I'll just
Design.
use the dwarven arrow and I'll shoddily like check for ring jewelry and necklace jewelry.
Yeah, there's no jewelry on this thing. You can start prying open the cloth everywhere and looking for it, but it's fine. It's fine.
I just realized, was there a reason for you to come down and grab Destiny? It's not like he's unconscious. Can we just lower the rope?
Yeah, you could have.
Yeah, we could have.
But the monk wants to
also
explore.
been like 20 fucking liches down there, and then like we would have had to save him or something. There probably still is.
Wait, so you're telling me that that coffin was both unopened and nothing had been removed from the person, but there's no jewelry anyway?
Yes.
Zai?
Yeah, that's right.
So it sounds like whoever's come down here knew a great deal about these people before they came, yeah? They knew exactly which coffins to open, which bodies to loot.
Maybe. Or maybe they just took a look at this one and found... Nah, you're right. You're right. I look at these 4 things. Are these pillars? Pots?
Yeah, these pillars will extend from wall to wall, completely blocking passage. This 10 by 10 area right here was once like a pedestal that these coffins sat like next to, and there was probably stuff on it, but it's all fallen away and broken. Actually, probably this big statue here sat on it now that you're looking at it. So this area is only 10 feet wide, while this area is this is 5 feet wide. Depth, Z-axis is 5 feet, while this is Z-axis is 10 feet, if that makes sense.
Cool. I'll look at that giant statue. Is it anyone I recognize? Any valuables
Give
on?
me a religion check.
Is it a him or a her?
It is a her.
Any valuables on her?
No, she's just a statue of stone. And the features are worn away and parts of it are broken off, and you can't tell which goddess it was. Probably Martha Verasi, that's the goddess of life and the goddess of death. And then a crypt, that makes a lot of sense. Could be Falumbra, goddess of souls. Maybe Nadinus, goddess of nature, but like that'd be a little bit weird. I don't know. She's got a shield, probably some sort of combat goddess. Maybe Velthara, goddess of vengeance, but that doesn't make sense either.
Okay, well, I don't know if this rope is sturdy enough to pull us both up, so I'm gonna go up first, and then we'll pull you up. Okay?
Yeah, sounds good. As I'm sitting down here against the wall, can I just kind of like lob a rock forward to make sure that there's not weird gelatin like in this corner or whatever?
Yeah.
Dude, imagine if you landed into Latinazus.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's gonna happen somewhere. All right, pull me up. I call out.
All right.
Y'all pull him up. Heave ho, and up he goes.
Yeah, there's that middle point where I'm going to want to take a quick look before I go all the way up, because there's a passageway there. Oh no, there wasn't.
Sure.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, it's free.
It's time for Corin. The rope gets dropped down. Corin, you gonna climb up the rope? DC 5 athletics or acrobatics check, or are you gonna tie it to yourself and let them pull you up?
Corin's gonna climb the rope.
Yes, that's my man.
Athletics or acrobatics, you said?
Yeah, DC 5, because you got a rope and a wall. Don't fuck it up. Perfect.
Okay.
All right, the party gets back up to the top.
Okay, now that I have an idea on what to look at, I look at the top wall over here. Are there any bricks pulled out?
No, actually, not on the top ones.
Welcome back. What the fuck happened?
I took a little detour. Hanging around you guys has made me weak.
Oh.
All right, I jump over to the right.
All right, wait, hold on. Let's think a moment.
I've
What
already
we
jumped.
found. Okay. Zai,
Yeah,
you
what?
noticed those bricks pulled from the wall, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, what do you think it means? Did we have an incredibly tall man come down here and loot the corpses who already knew what things were going to be, or what?
Yeah, something like that.
Well, I saw you looking at that wall up there. We both see no bricks missing from up there, so that means he either knew there were no valuables up there, or it's a place that he didn't check. What do you think?
Or it's too hard to get up there.
Or too risky.
Yeah, if there were any valuables in this area, I would think that the places up would be the places to look.
Well, do you have any ideas for how we ought to get up there?
Seems to me like I think about if I could parkour my way up with acrobatics.
Yeah, it would be a long, difficult climb. Actually, not that difficult. DC 15 to climb up. You could do it. I might
Wait.
ask you to make a second check if it's more than 100 feet.
So if he tries to climb but he fails, he's going to fall the 130 feet to the bottom, right?
Will we tie a rope around him?
We can have one person standing on each side holding a rope between, so if he falls, he can grab the rope.
Then he has to make a save to catch the rope. Let's just tie it around him and have him jump. Sounds like it'd be way better. Plus, when he gets to the top, then he can hold on to it. We can use it to climb up.
True.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Zai gets a rope tied around his waist.
No, I was thinking about. Didn't say I was gonna do it. I was just thinking.
We all know what you're thinking, Zai. We've seen the way that you move through these crowds. If you're not strong, you're at least nimble.
I think we should clear out the floor first. Make sure, because if something were to interrupt us while this were happening, that would be terrible.
Yeah.
Strange. When I pointed that out about the ooze before, interruptions seemed to be the least of your
sideways
worries.
first. That was a great idea.
Sideways it is.
The giant corridor.
Let's go, following the ever-increasingly bipolar monk, I suppose.
I've been saying the entire fucking time.
Can we tie ropes around the weaklings before they jump?
Yeah. Like a 10 feet.
You already jumped across, though.
Best here.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
Sorry.
okay, I'll go first.
I'll go. Boing.
I'm already
Yeah.
here.
All right. Flintheart makes it no problem. Okay, before anyone does anything, we just saw what happened as everything goes wrong. Any particular precautions?
Yeah, rope.
Or you just
Tie
jump?
rope.
I tie a 10-foot long rope around my waist.
What do you
I
attach
hold
the other
it.
10 feet to?
I hold it with Zizaran.
And by 10 foot, I mean...
So you take like a 45-foot rope, wrap it around your waist, and toss the other end to them.
Sure.
Yeah.
The
okay.
50-foot silk rope will do.
50-foot rope, right. All right.
All right, I make a full-on jump for the ledge.
Go for it. Yeah, no problem.
acrobatics.
Should have probably been an athletics check, but that still would have been a 12 on the die.
All right, great.
-2 for your strength. You still would have made it. No problem.
I slip it off me and I throw it at Corin. Don't be proud. Pride kills people.
Pride cometh
Begrudgingly.
before the fall.
How long of a fall? Begrudgingly. As Corin is tying it around here, I'll also kick another rock off the side and listen for the sound of it hitting the floor.
Sounds like about at the same depth as the last place.
That lock was alive. I heard it scream.
And then ping off the floor, high pitched.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, tie the rope across and then hop across.
Should be an athletics check.
Athletics or acrobatics or athletics?
Athletics. Oof. So you will end up falling to here. You get caught on the rope. You'll take 1d6 falling damage. It's not a big deal. It's 1 point of damage. Your spine is hurt, but not more than your pride, and you get pulled up.
Okay.
Oh my god.
All
It
right.
could have happened again. That's actually insane.
Yeah.
Hey, dwarf, since you're the most powerful among us, maybe you should move first.
I don't know if I'm the most powerful, but I'm quite strong. Yes.
Can I throw a rock forward as well, all the way to the end of this? Or
Yep.
it's-
You see it roll off the edge. There's no oozes in front of you.
Okay. I would like to ready an attack. I'm especially looking for corners here for another tendril to come slinking around.
Same.
Actually, I want us to stop at this point right here.
Uh-oh.
Because Flintheart, in the front of the party, you notice something.
Yeah.
This passageway right here, where it gets a little bit thinner, is covered in frost, which is a rare thing. The dwarves will see frost really deep in, or actually near the tops of their tallest tunnels. But out in the rest of the jungle lands, no one really sees frost or ice. It never really gets below 70 degrees Fahrenheit, which I think is 13 degrees Celsius outside.
Yo.
This is actually a lich?
Yeah.
21 degrees Celsius.
Can I do Arcana check?
Yeah. Fuck it. It's frost. It's not. It shouldn't be here, but it is here, and you have no idea why.
Is he the only one that sees it, or can we all see it at the end?
He's the first one to see it. If anyone else would like to come forward,
I will
he'll
tell them.
stop you a little bit.
There is something horribly wrong about this corridor, lads.
The frost is it just blocking this?
It's not even blocking. It's just caked on the sides.
Oh, there. Okay. And the frost begins where? Way over here.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Okay.
Yeah. Right in sort of this region.
Gotcha.
Somewhere
Dude,
in here.
that's
Might be magical. Maybe you should check.
Can anybody detect magic?
You can.
Is anyone trained in Arcana other than the dwarf isn't even?
I'm not trained in Arcana. I just looked at it. Yeah.
Ah, that's too bad that our druid ran away.
I can't detect magic.
Well, with no dedicated spellcaster in the party, no one has any idea.
I mean, I can, but I don't have the spell memorized, so we're fucked.
Yeah.
Should we set up camp here?
Could we? I mean, theoretically, we should be able to.
We
Yeah.
could, but why?
Because falling damage is over here.
Yeah, I'm pretty weak, but
Yes,
I mean, I'm okay.
please go to sleep in the dungeon.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna jump across.
Maybe you should go back to
You're
Yaka.
gonna jump across?
I
We should
jumped
go back
across.
to Yaka. Why are you jumping across? Wait.
You jumped across.
Wouldn't I know this is some evil shit?
Why would you think it's evil?
Because there shouldn't be frost there. If you said that I know that there's frost on the top
It's
of
magic, but that doesn't necessarily make it evil, right? Just because you detect radiation doesn't mean it's a weapon of mass destruction planted by a terrorist.
Would any of us know, besides the dwarf, what frost even is?
I would.
Nope.
I'm pretty sure.
Oh, you would.
Oh, you
Yeah.
would,
Yes,
'cause
you
can.
definitely would.
But I like snow.
So I've got a theory. Does it start to feel a little bit colder here, even?
No,
No.
you don't feel any cold at all.
I move up a little bit.
Stop
you
right
feel-
there.
Oh.
Stop right there. Because as you get there, a
Why?
creature takes its readied action and moves out and up. Climbing up out of the pit
What
is
the
a
fuck?
man scorpion. A creature with two sides, wielding a scythe on either side, and with 3 scorpion stingers. I'm going to make it big momentarily so you can get a better idea of what you're facing. One of the denizens of the mountains, a man scorpion, comes out to face you. And with that, why don't we end it for the week? And when we come back next week, Ziz is going to fight a man scorpion by himself.
Good luck, Ziz.
Good job, Ziz. That's terrifying.
Well, fuck.
Yeah. I wonder
Two
what that.
scorpion
But like
stingers.
scorpions aren't cold, so there's something even worse past it. That's the problem. It's a lich. It is a lich. You did a lich. You did it. I kept saying it, and then you did it. I know this is a lich. It's a lich.
Liches specifically have phylacteries. Just undead and
I don't-
spellcaster is not a lich.
I know, but this is a lich.
Okay, cool. That's fine then.
It's
Yeah,
a lich that likes the snow.
Yeah.
It's Santa Claus that died 1,000
No,
years.
it's distinctly not a lich, because if you're a lich, do you want to be staying in a cold area? No.
You're a skeleton. You don't feel the cold.
Oh, okay.
He just chills.
I think it's a wyvern. Worm.
It's probably
Wyvern?
or it's a fucking
Wyvern?
blue dragon or something. It's some terrible shit, right? Yeah.
Well, we'll find out next week when we return to Empires of Arcadia.
All right, Devin Nash, tell us where can we find more of you and your liches?
Hi, I'm Devin Nash. I hope you enjoy the show and everyone's characters and everything. We have a lot of fun doing it. You can find me at twitch.tv/Devin Nash. I cover like industry meta stuff about business and shit like that. We talk about big business cat stuff on twitch.tv/Devin Nash or also YouTube/Devin Nash. Yeah, that's it. Thanks.
Koibu?
All things Koibu, all the places.
Trump?
And Trump's SC.
Destiny?
Twitch.tv/Destiny. We do have D&D tomorrow. I took it off my schedule because I'm supposed to be flying to TwitchCon right now, but that's not happening. So
Wait,
Wait,
well,
TwitchCon's canceled?
would it be TwitchCon EU right now?
Yeah.
well, my flight there would be right now. It's technically supposed to start in a few days on the 2nd and 3rd.
Damn, that's crazy, dude. COVID changed everything.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, my name is Zizaran. This is my channel. Next week is on Destinies, and I think we're on for next week too.
I got nowhere else to be. This is the only.
Yeah,
place
this is
I want-
great. No one has anything else to be, so we're on for next week. We'll see y'all then. I'm gonna end stream now, and I'll be back in like 4 hours with some Path of Exile. So
That's such a consistent like schedule. We've been on the last like 6 weeks.
yeah,
At least.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, it's good.
yep. So we'll see you guys next week. Bye,
Yeah, have
everyone.
fun. Bye.
Bye bye. Thanks everybody.